Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to It's a Long Story. a place where we roll dice, we tell stories, and we create magic. We are here with our... Oh, I got some really bad echo from somebody. Welcome. We are here with two our awesome friends in the Wreckless. Everybody take a look at your camera, wave, and say arg.
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 Beautiful. Awesome. Welcome. For those that have no idea what this is, hi, we're a D&D live stream that runs every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Having 5 parties living, existing, breathing for those that do in the same homebrew world, the wonderful, beautiful world of Astera. So welcome. Announcements. Right out of the gate, I'm kind of coming back from a lot of stuff this weekend. This was very busy. So let's see. One announcement for sure is it looks like this Friday our normal UA session will be canceled as we get a couple people that will be out of town, and some people that are still sick. So that we knew for sure it was just going to be trickier to do that. So not entirely sure. I don't even know if I want to mention this, but I will anyways, knowing that you guys are a very forgiving bunch. We may, I'll hopefully maybe have more information tomorrow. We may be able to run a one-shot on Friday. So we'll see. So that might be open and on the table. But for those that have no idea watching in this, when we talk about for the one shots, and if you're interested in joining, this is where they would be somewhere. Come on. Well, I'll find the link here in a second, but it is www.startplaying.games/GM/It's a Long Story. Found it. Which is where you'd be able to find all our games. If you are interested in possibly participating for our one-shots, if there's an opening in the campaign that's coming up, that is the link for that. Also, if you are unfamiliar with Start Playing, it's an awesome site. Really love Devin and all those awesome people. So you should be checking that out, especially if you're interested in running TTRPGs, playing in TTRPGs. It's awesome. I love it. So, yeah. Let's see other announcements for the players. I'm mentioning this for a couple different reasons, but for the players, we will be. For some of you guys have been waiting very, 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 very patiently for your minis, and I think we're finally at a point this week where I'm going to be able to try to get on top of that. So for the players announcements, if you've been playing for 3 months or longer, be on the lookout. It'll be coming. So,
or almost 2 years.
All right, Sarah, you're not going to get yours.
Technically, that is over 3 months. I mean, technically.
Yeah, I said it.
I was going to say, I'm almost there.
Do I get one?
No. Kaelinor does not have any access at all. I do love Nav's mini so much that maybe I'll keep it.
That's fair. It's pretty.
But maybe just in case, Nav, make sure you send me your address.
Oh.
Cool. Yeah, that's it. I think that's all I got for announcements. So, that is, I guess for those that don't know, that is something that I offer for all the players in our campaigns. And I have been very, very behind on some of that, which I will say, in my defense, some of it is because people moved, and then time got away from me, as well as really making sure that we have replacements for those minis, which is the next part of it. So for those that are getting their minis, make sure you're sending me your new design for your mini, as it's you want to represent where they are at now over the course of.
I feel like we're heading to like a shopping episode.
EV Mux blocked you out, but I did hear shopping episode. There's not a lot of shopping in Anectua, but
that was my follow-up. Is I don't think we're in the right place to do that.
yeah.
I mean, if there's a tent with a cursed weapon, I'll find it.
That's for dang sure. Cool. Yeah. Speaking of stuff in the Wreckless, I think that's it. That's it for our announcements. So if you're wanting to support the channel, best way to do so is to like and subscribe where you're watching this, whether that is on YouTube or Twitch. You can also check out our Instagram and TikTok down below at @itsalongstory_TTRPG. And lastly, this is a live stream, so feel free to jump in and say hi in the comments and stuff like that. If it's something that is really poignant or funny or whatever, or if I feel like it, it might show up in the little live stream thing. So give it a shot, or even just come in and say hi. Always love that, and not because I'm lonely, guys. Okay, that's not it. So before we jump into tonight's session, we need to get a recap of where we left off with the Dig Dang Wreckless. Nav, please take it away.
You got it, boss.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
See?
Danny, you ready for this recap? Okay.
Man of my word.
Guys, lock in. I'm logged in now, I promise. Anyway, last session, what happened? Well, after the meeting of two political powers, Kobamu, our giant panda bear Ursathrine, and Chief Baruch, the party was granted a one-night stay in the camp of Anectua, aka the Emberclaws. Yeah, look at that, they got street cred. Anyways, they said no harm will come to Kobamu's friends. Ka is indeed the best mediator. Say thank you, Ka. Thank you, Ka. Ogre admits to Kay that she doesn't like our new friend Ace after realizing she was indeed a mark for him, but hey, she traded and got his fancy new pen. And who knows, he may have more shinies. As the two are chatting, Amidala, Horus's familiar snake, I don't know, slithers back to him, and it's noticed by both Ogre and Riaris. But Ogre is unsure of how long it is or how long she is, and Riaris is adamant that he saw Ace have a snake up his pants. We move swiftly on from there. Just saying, you've said it. Anyway, Kobamu's very wary of Horus as he says, I'm with Ka. But he smells Ace and can smell the enemy on him, maybe referring to the oversized coat he's wearing. And Kobamu asks if that's the truth, and he says on his heart, though the wording is very, very specific. Kobamu pats him on the back, and it's a little heavy-handed, but Ace survives, and the party congratulate him as they reminisce about our favorite panda bear and his murderous tendencies. It's all fun and games, guys. Anyway, Ka approaches the chief and informs of Kobamu's captors and worry about him being tracked, but the chieftain says and reiterates that Kobamu is safe with them. Gaia, the young Ursathrine, approaches and gets snarled at by the chieftain, and she's not giving any space for a conversation. But she smiles back, and it's a little weird and a little tense, and they have a private conversation. Even Kobamu, who doesn't really pick up on social cues, is like, hey, I'm gonna leave him to that. So, he's learning social skills, I guess. As that's going on, Horus adjusts and moves something in his coat. It's nothing suspicious. We don't need to worry about it. Anyway, he unfortunately gets tied up by Kaelinor. The rope is loose enough. Maybe it's a test, who knows. Nav did not absolutely roll a terrible check. It's fine. I'm going to move on and pretend I didn't. But as soon as we get to the camp, the tribe looks to be 100 strong, so no fighting, please. Horus is also included in the Do Not Touch Kobamu's Friends category. So it's wonderful. Azed follows behind as he was in the bushes and gets spotted by a bear who's dressed in leaves and druidic regalia, and she looks like she's smoking. Go back, there's a picture. It does look like she's vaping or smoking. Oh no. But three bears close on him as he steps out the bush after zigzagging around. Ogre steps in to help with a game of charades to the smoking bear. We don't know her name yet, so she is now known as the smoking bear. And the bear says to Zed she'll find him later, and while this chaos is going on, Horus uses magic to loosen his bonds. And it still looks like he's being dragged by Kobamu, like a little kid on a leash. Everyone splits off as soon as we get to the camp, because what's better than splitting the party, eh? But there are cool things to explore. There's a large stone tower extending out in the distance, and that's a little north, and it's overgrown with natural jungle vines. In the center of the village, there's a high boulder about 20 feet tall. Further on, there is a wetland near the north, but pushed towards the coast, like kind of like a swampy area. And there's a large dirt circle. One close to us has the remnants of a bonfire in the middle of it. Along the coast, there are interesting stones that seem natural, but they're all facing outward to one direction. Little joke for the European, okay, thank you. As they point to the sea, and it seems like the coast drops off too. I saw down Snicker, it's fine. All the way inland, there's a large tent house woven in branches and bark, and it looks steady. Car decides to flicker to the ethereal plane, notice spirits on the boundary of the area as though they are protecting it, and begins to spiral out, not emotionally. He just starts to begin an outward spiral, dipping into the ethereal plane, back and forth, seeing many spirits and ancestors. Once he's done, he joins an older bear circle close to the coast, following Kobamu, who's also heading in that direction, along with Horus, Riaris, and Nala. In the meantime, Oprah stares at the tower, and it looks a little different from the towers we've explored in the past. This tower is not pink, but pink sandstone. Instead, it's yellow. And she decides to get Muffins, a beautiful Hundan, a four-legged creature with no face, and it was wonderfully put a few sessions ago. He is a fuzzy mound. Yes, anyway. But she communicates with the smoking bear, asking if she can fly around the tower and not touch it. She goes to bumblebee around it. K and Z, meanwhile, head to the marsh, and it looks fairly in touch, but there is an untouched stone in the general middle center. The water looks steady like standing water. The roots are thick, not attached to any trees, but it seems to be going straight forward towards the rock. The closer we get, there are more roots, and there seem to be glyphs inscribed onto this rock, and they seem very similar to the ones that we found in the cave and sway. There is beautiful calligraphy, and we recognize the word for moon. And there is a divine sense as this rock feels consecrated, and it's druidic in nature. Seems like the roots start at the center of it. Whilst that is going on, the camera shifts over to Horus and Riaris. Horus is just staring at Riaris, and they have a conversation. It's very cool. They talk about where each other is from, neither here or there. Very evasive answers, boys. And Horus asks how he found the company of a shepherd of lost olives, the most delightful little thief, and a vagrant who would see calamity ruin this world. He's probably talking about Zed. Anyway, Horus says that Riara seems trustworthy, and it's those eyes, right? As those two gaze lovingly into each other's eyes. That happened, I promise. Kind of, who knows? But then it shifts to tension. Riaris indeed drops some knowledge that someone was looking for him, and Ace asks who, and Riaris asks where did he get the coat from. Seems to be a stalemate until Car swoops in, being like, funny how people repeat questions expecting answers whilst the other side sidesteps questions, essentially. So maybe think again before you speak to Riaris, as Car has been nothing but honest with Ace. Hey, Car dropping bangers out here. Ace eases up and lets Riaris know that anyone that she sends is a grave danger to him and the party, the she being his mother. They have a conversation about fate, Ace believing that fate is what you make of it, it's decisions you make, versus Riaris, who has learned there are reasons that people meet each other, and there are reasons why they are meeting. Also, killer line, I'm just going to drop it now. For your sake, I hope that whoever fate destined you to meet in search of me is not who I think it is. That is bleak words, Horus, but hey, banger of a line. Anyway, everyone waits as Kubamu stands up. Sorry, this is gonna go on for a hot second. I will be finished soon. I'm sorry, guys. Everyone waits as Kubamu stands up as one of the circle members roars and he slowly approaches. Nala is staring through the circle. She looks confused as she's experiencing deja vu, and her head snaps to one direction. Looking at someone specific, she begins to speak a language Car doesn't recognize it. And it's deep, and it's back of the throat, and it sounds like she's being possessed. And she says the phrase, "How do you know me?" However, Horus recognizes this language as his mother had once done it before, but only once. And we get a flashback of a Master Horus who's in bed and woken up. But he didn't tell this person to open the door, so why are you opening the door? But he goes to open it, and it's Seraphina. She's an unassuming young lady, brown hair pulled back, neatly professional image, freckles and brown eyes, and she stands with her arms crossed in a grey and blue color scheme. Horus, being a young master of the house, is burdened by the amount of choices and surrounded by people who don't make decisions for themselves. And Seraphina goes and says she will actually go to the kitchen and come back with options for him for breakfast/lunch, because it's mid-afternoon. I don't know. It seems like even with her own cohort, she seems odd. Horus remembers the conversation the night before at dinner with his mother, as he asked her what she hoped to accomplish with the work she did, not fully knowing her role in this town, just that a lot of people respected it. and that he was trying to learn more about his family and why they are the way that they are. The question still gnaws at him and what it means to commit. What more could she possibly want from him as he's committed to classes and books? So he heads to his mother's office and is blocked by, and as he blocks out the droning of many servants. There's a cool locking mechanism that he was super keen on when he was younger, but he gets blocked off by a tall Goliath man around 50 years old who is sturdy but nimble, and he for sure does more than ring dinner bells, because he just suddenly appears, and that's freaky, man. Like, yo, personal space. Anyway, Horace is like, listen, mate, it's gonna take 1 second, trust me on this. But this man is like, listen, I know we're scheduled, whatever you want to ask, it's impossible. And as Horace turns to walk away, feeling like, kind of defeated, he's like, nah, forget this. He clenches his fist, walks over to the man, and casts vortex warps, displacing him to give him enough time to open the door. And he hears that sound, that deep, throaty sound, as the door kind of clicks behind him, that older dead language, and it gives him the hint of a primordial flavor. His mother has his back turned to him, dark raven haired, low, and long, and she's wearing a suit, like kind of being the matriarch of the family, but she's talking to a pale elven woman with a deep blue hood hanging low, and she has bright, blinding eyes that turn to look at him. It's Eshen. Eshen was the woman who sent RZ, the Z down below us right here, on missions before we yanked him from his timeline to ours. She might be part of the Watchers, who knows? That's just Nav's theory. We're going to move on very quickly. Oh, and if you say the Watcher's name, by the way, they get mad because the last time we said it, she kind of killed Ogra, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. Meantime, Kara and Nala are talking, and Nala's like, listen, I need to dip, and tells Kara that, he can't go with her. The figure she looks at has white hair, is almost like polar bear looking, but he's still a bear. And then that bear's attention shifts to Car. He looks curiously at him. Car asks, how do you know her? And the bear says they are a fascinating match. And Car just kind of says, listen, I've gone beyond the edge of what I thought was the spirit realm and seen countless spirits that have drove me insane. What I would do to protect that woman, I'd gladly go beyond it. And that is why they are the OTP. But, he doesn't answer the question really. So Car just gets up to follow him. Anyway, everyone's leaving Riaris. Oopsie-daisy. So instead, he sits next to Horace and they play a game of Fate. It's a very cool game, and it basically goes, if the king and ace face each other, the world will come to ruin. Riaris is the king, and ace is obviously the ace. Guys, spoiler alert, they break the frickin' game. Riaris pulls the ace, and Horace pulls the king. SMH, guys, SMH. She had one job. But anyway, it's fine. They talk about the difference between the two of them. Horace says that I don't believe something as simple as cards has any chance of determining the outcome of this world, as he decides his own fate, but the cards are fly away from him as he nimbly catches them, as though his hands weren't tied at all, as Ogra kind of descends down after speaking to plants to get a vibe from the tower. Vibe from the tower is salt, sand, and rock and secrets, and cast detect magic. There is a low sense of magic on the walls of the tower, but it's coming from everywhere. So it flies down to kind of go get Riaris's opinion, vibe, and she kind of just picks him up and moves him to have Ace not really hear the conversation. But he does overhear the word time magic and listens in, so that's fun. Meanwhile, also, Ogra does cast Speak with Plants to figure out that information. It's very cool, it's very cute. Meanwhile, Kay is continuing to write the glyphs on the rock. And Gaia, the young brown bear from earlier who snarled at the chieftain, tries to be protective and has a non-violent standoff over the note. Zed is tied to Kaelinor with barnacle rope, as they were trudging through the marsh, and decides to dig at the roots and feel them go away from the stone, and goes to follow it and decides to get information from his aquatic besties and asks the frog if there's anything they are afraid of, and they show him it's the tower that Ogre was flying around. Behind him, there's a voice, and it's the smoking bear again, guys, who's like, that's far enough, and asks why it interests him. The bear is like, we all have gifts, and we all have a reason, and Zed shows her the create and destroy water, and she asks, what does he do more? Does he create more or destroy more? And she kind of inadvertently threatens him, and Zed drops a cool ass line too about, is it my fate or the other one of me? It's very cool, dude. Anyway, moving on. We're nearly finished. And the finish line is so close. I see it. Anyway, Car is following this cool bear. He gets to the edge of the coast into the stones, and those stones are facing, the stones that face inwards, which are on purpose apparently. Anyway, that figure heads down towards the cliffside, and they rock climb down because it's very cool to rock climb in the year of our Lord 2025. I swear I'm going insane. It's fine. But it seems the place they're going is secretive as they go into a small cave. The things we do for love, unfortunately, Car. And he continues, and he sees that on the wall there are glyph carvings, very similar to the ones that we found in Sway. And this figure is like, listen, you have one chance to turn back to forget everything you know. Because listen, it's not only the Ursathrai and other people like you looking for answers, there are other people. Car appreciates the offer and is like, listen, I'm not going to take it. Anyway, so on the sides of these walls, there is the story of the sun and there's the story of the moon. However, these kind of walls and chapters keep continuing. Carl looks at the sun side, and the sun side story basically reveals a symbol representing something to be of itself. There are 3 lines that move like waves. The second symbol is a deep embedded octagonal shape folded into the wall. The third symbol is a sine wave, and the fourth is a clearest. It looks like a flame. And underneath it all, there is a marking of a bird, an outline. We continue down the same image. The same image appears. Oh my god, stutter. But the marking of the bird is over a cyathyme. Is it, Nala? And on the moon side, the bird is not outlined but emboldened, and instead of being over the fire, it's over the 3 wavy lines. Anyway, Car gets told the bear needs to go show him something in the past, so he flicks over to the ethereal plane, and the bear seems to be like, I can kind of do the same thing. Also, the bear drops his name. His name is Yura, I think. Anyway, they begin, and it is like they are being, like, it's like they're waiting in the ocean, kind of that rocking waves. Anyway, goddamn. Hold up, my brain is mush now. Anyway, they turn to the opening of the cave, and it looks like a shifting of kaleidoscope, night and day changing, and there's a sound of a horn in the distance. They move out to the cave, see a clearing, and it's just a clearing. There's no collection. There's a collection of Ursathrai, but it's not just a Nectar. And also, the most interesting thing about the clearing and the group of Ursa, there are a bunch of figures coming up to the other side. 13 figures, all wearing robes of blue, approaching them. One step out, lowering her hood, and there is a blue-eyed Nala. The assumption is she's a watcher all along with Eshen, Verix, and Aarakocra with a huge sword, and Kobamu. That is Nav's recap, and I lost my train of thought halfway through all that. That was a hot sag. I got the lore recap, guys. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Did I miss anything?
How?
No.
Nav, please, yes, absolutely. Nav, thank you so much for that in-depth and beautiful recap. Please take that point of inspiration. Well deserved. Awesome. Yeah. Anything else to add or to add, I guess. Yeah, I didn't think so.
Nope.
Cool. All right. I think I'm, for the most part, ready. I need to grab one more thing. There we go. Maybe. Hey, would love it if you worked like you're supposed to. Wow. Okay, that's all right. We'll handle that in a second. All right. I think we are all ready to freaking go. Do you guys want to play some D&D?
Yeah, I do. Yes.
Good. Good.
Matter of fact.
I do really love Jack's enthusiasm, so we will probably we kind of have to, right? We will start.
Yes.
We'll start with Jack. Right. So, Car. There is a very sort of strange moment of seeing this scene in front of you that feels more like a dream than anything else, as a figure who is consistently joining into the ethereal plane. This just feels, I don't know. I think there's a possibility this feels a little too out there, a little too out there, but a little too close to home. As you are looking at this group of Ursa Thry standing around about 20 feet space between from these crowded figures, mostly in robes of or the small crowd of figures mostly in robes of blue. It's hard to make them out from your current position, but as the first figure comes up and lowers their hood, there is a moment where that breath kind of catches in your mouth as you see Nala. At least you're pretty sure it's Nala. There are some interesting differences. The form looks a little bit sort of more compacted in. The robes are kind of closing in around her. That face, although very, very familiar, seems younger. And one of the biggest differences is the bright, bright blue eyes. Car, what do you do? What's going through your mind right now?
Which one do you want first? What's going through my mind, or what do I do?
We'll say mind first.
Okay, mind. Car is simultaneously, I won't say broken, I'll say cracked. Just a little bit by seeing this. But there's also a relief, like, okay, this is who she was. So it's like a breaking of like, how do I explain this to her? But then, oh good, I have an answer. I have part of the answer. Okay, that's good. Like,
yeah,
don't know how to deal with this, but knowledge is better than ignorance. So he's that breath that he touches is kind of that whole twofold. Oh God. Okay, so that's what's going on through his head. What to do? Is this scene frozen or is it continuing?
Ooh, I like this. Let's say it's frozen for a moment, as Yora knew that this scene would be important to you.
Okay, so then while it's frozen, Car walks towards Nala, passes her, and takes a good look at the other 12.
I knew you would.
I want to know who they all are. I know who that one is.
I will say there are a couple, I'll say 3 or 4 that are just sort of out of range. You can see the sort of dark space of their the hood of their the cowl of their blue robe, but they seem fairly humanoid. One seems to be fairly shorter, but that's about as much as you can make from some of these. But yeah, because I like the idea of it that like it's just being frozen in place. There are a couple figures, some of which are familiar to you.
Yeah, like Barrick, Hessian.
First one you see even now there's this strange sort of wry smile on her face, as if even in this memory, it's like she knows that she's being perceived. you see Sylvia.
Okay.
Next to her is someone that you don't recognize. An older figure, kind of like lurched over, very old, gray beard, very human-like, and even has that has that lighter skin that you would just imagine to be an old man, except for the eyes. So you see this figure.
Okay.
Next to him on the other side, someone who is actually, it looks like is standing very close in a way that seems to be maybe this older figure is needing help moving to and fro and is borrowing this person, is another very familiar face of Eshin.
Can I ask you a quick question that's
Sure.
above board? Is it correct that Jack recognizes the previous picture?
Maybe?
Because I think that I know him because of Sif.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Okay, I know that Clara doesn't, but I want to make sure that Jack had that correct. Okay, go ahead.
That is the same person, yes.
Okay, thank you.
This is a big deal, actually. I'll just put this up front. This is a big deal. This is pretty much, almost everybody.
Take note. That's why I'm like, who is this? Who is this? Who is this?
Yeah. One figure that seems to tower over the others is also a very familiar figure, although in this circumstance looks almost regal and reserved in a way that you've never seen Kobamu look before. Still having that Ursa Thry sort of form, very panda like face and body, but there's something about the expression that seems like almost as if this is a Kobamu that you don't really know.
Okay.
Next to him is a figure that is actually almost just as big, standing about probably maybe like 8 feet tall, extremely large head, long gray trunk, and extended tusks that seem to line out. This figure is not wearing a blue robe; is actually wearing a white robe, but is has an extremely large great bow behind him, as well as a large sword. As you see this figure.
I'm curious, is there anything on him other than his eyes that's blue?
You kind of dropped off there.
I'm sorry. Is there anything on him or with him other than his eyes that are blue? So you say he's wearing a white robe,
No.
Blue robes. So okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I will say, so small thing I'd say is the old man is probably actually wearing brown robes. So this gentleman is how he looks here.
Okay.
There are 2 other figures that seem to be somewhat out of frame, but you can definitely tell that their face, they both look similar in the sort of what I would say is vaguely humanoid, but having this almost alien-like characteristic. Very, very gray, grayish blue skin. Their robes are, one of them is in more of a like tattered sort of shape, and that one is standing a little shorter than the other figure that has same blue but has that very like kind of silvery sort of look to it, as you see these 2 figures.
Okay. Can Jack? Carr ask a question about
Jump
them?
in, yeah.
Do they seem to be twins or related at all?
They might be related. They're definitely not twins.
Okay. Both male, or is one male, one female?
They both seemingly male.
Okay.
Yeah. One is fairly shorter than the other. And I'll give you this also. You notice that it looks like both of their skin tone has this weird sort of cracked appearance. Having these kind of like lines of blue kind of etching around their face. And last but not least, you see a figure that is one of the bigger question marks in your wanderings.
Yep. Varric. Okay.
So Varric is kind of standing off. I would say, like, in your circumstance of having brief interactions, I would say give me an insight check on, we'll say, this whole scene.
Insight, you said?
Yeah.
All right. There's insight. Not great. But I'll take the dirty 20.
Okay. That is good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Not as good as other of my skills, but that's not bad. I'll take it.
Okay, cool. So we'll say with the dirty 20, I'll ask you this. I'm going to give you some stuff no matter what, but what specifically is Carr most concerned with understanding? Whether that's of this situation, of these people,
right?
Of their body language, things like that.
There are several things Carr's looking for. I'm not sure what's more important, so I'll just tell you what I tell you, and then you can tell me what you want me to know. Okay. I'm kind of not only looking at these 13 or the 9 that I can see. I'm also trying to determine by looking at the other the tribe of Ursa Thry, how long ago this might have happened.
Okay.
I'm also trying to gauge what the two groups' reaction to each other are, and how that 13 are interacting with each other.
Great question. Cool. I'll say, given the idea of this, it would be very difficult to answer the first question, right? The idea of, like, how long ago was this? Looking at the grouping of these people, you don't really recognize any figures here in particular from the Ursa Thry. You do notice that they all seem to, as I mentioned, I think last session, they all seem to actually be from various they have noticeable differences in the designs of their fur, their body style, above board. Like, you have, like, black bears, brown bears.
Sure. Two of the things I was looking for to
polar bears, sun bears, those types of things.
Right. Sun bears too. Cool. Sorry. Is I was wanting to see if I could see any instance of the Ursa Thry who brought me here who would be younger, and has Varric aged since from now and since I've seen him.
There's no, you do not see Yora here in memory.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Because if he hasn't aged, that tells me one thing. If he has, it tells me another. So.
For Varric?
Yeah.
I'll say for that, that's a little tricky. I will say this: Nala looks a little younger.
Okay. But potentially she's died and come back.
Correct.
So I'm looking for someone who hasn't died and come back that I've seen again. But okay, it was a shot. It was worth a shot.
Yeah, I'll say that's going to be pretty tricky to catch. Varric is the has Carr seen Eshin?
I think.
Depends if you saw it when you went to get Ogra.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
Ogra's
saw
seen
it.
him.
I know that I saw Ogre going down.
Mm-hmm.
I want to
Yeah.
say that Eshin said something snarky to me before I tried to save her, but I'm not sure. I know she was snarky. I just don't know if she was snarky to me or snarky to Ogre. So I don't remember. Like above board, I don't remember.
Okay.
Ogre, Sarah, do you remember? If I saw.
I thought you saw, because you went into the ethereal plane and saw what I was seeing, I think, because I was on the edge of death.
So then she must have been snarky to me.
Okay. I will say, I think that may have been an interpretation, because I don't think I would have purposely made the remark be snarky.
Very much interpretive.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to remember exactly what would have happened, but yeah. All right, cool. I'll tell you what. Give me a. If you're able to give me a. I'll say the DC 20 nature check would be enough to give you some idea.
Unlikely, but I'll roll anyway. Nope, got a 14. Okay.
Okay. Cool. I'd say from this vantage point, the one thing, like, looking at the figures here that you would recognize Varix is actually pretty hard to you know what? I'll say with a 14, you don't think Varix is an Ashwing.
Okay.Inku?
It seems you do see wings.
Okay.
But
not big or just not?
Yeah, not very big. I will say, like, one of the big things with Varix is that Varix is actually the wings are not very big, but Varix is pretty big. It's pretty bulky.
Not Ashwing. Okay. Is he not Ashwing or is he not Aarakocra?
It would be a big surprise that he is an Aarakocra.
Okay.
I would say, like, it's kind of like, in my head, I'll say above board, it's kind of the difference between, like sort of like a vulture to raven sort of thing, like similar sort of birds of prey, but having these various sort of differences in size. And obviously there are, there are some that are going to be different sort of colors, but this is similar in that way. Okay. So I think you get like a different bird of prey sort of concept. Okay. Great. Okay, cool. So coming back to the other questions here, which I am excited to answer. What's the word? Emotions you get from the Ursa Thry seeing these figures are mostly curiosity and fear. You get the idea this is most likely the first time that they've met, if it may be the only. You see one of the interesting things from the Azure side is curiosity for those that you can see the most of. And I'll say in that regard, it would be Nala, the Loxodon, the old man, for sure, and take a look, see if I'm missing anybody. That would be.
I would assume Kobamu is not surprised.
Not at all. Kobamu really looks like very. Kobamu really throws you off. Like, for a second, you kind of feel like it's not Kobamu, just because of the difference in his personality. He seems very nobleman sort of standing.
How odd.
And then also Sylvia. Sylvia looks extreme. I'd say Sylvia's actually probably the most interested.
Does Sylvia look like how we first met her, or the picture you showed her where she was different, or a whole different look?
How I showed Sylvia is how Carr sees her.
Okay.
In that picture, yeah. On the other side, you actually see so some of the figures. So the two here, one of the reasons why you can't see them very well is they would be further back. They do not seem to be as warm and inviting. Varix as well does not seem very warm and inviting at all. And there is one figure that you see that is standing almost obnoxiously further off, as if trying to not associate or to seem not as associated.
I'm sorry, I didn't laugh. I'm in my head like, oh, a Deem's there. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You know what? I'll give you this. I'll give you something here that might be a useful sort of thing. Go ahead and roll me. Well, you said inside check was 20.
Yeah.
The body language of this individual seems to be gives an idea of Car, you've spent enough time in social circles to recognize those that are more standoffish from society sometimes are probably the ones that would talk to you more, or kind of give you some sort of kindness. This person seems like he doesn't fit in.
Okay.
Or they don't fit in, honestly. You don't really get an idea of gender at all.
Interesting.
It seems like it's kind of like one of those things where we're having we're having a business meeting with this kind of merger sort of here, so you have to come, but you're not someone that we usually invite to these meetings.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's the vibe you get.
Only because we were told you had to be. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I'll say as this scene is frozen, you see it slowly start to pick back up again, kind of moving in slow motion. But you notice that at this point now it is silent. You can't hear. You know that Nala is speaking.
Okay.
You can see the reactions, and you see at this point Yora has made his way closer towards you. Probably
Sorry, is Yora doing anything to control the speed of this?
Not noticeably, but probably.
Then I'm going to try and take a little bit of control and see if I have an effect on the speed of it.
Okay. You got it. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Arcana, okay. I was going to say, I wish Nala were here, but she is. Let me see. Arcana check. Ooh, a whopping 8. So clearly I need practice at this one. Okay. So I'll just continue to try, and I'm not going to watch Nala's beak because lip reading in Aarakocra is a pointless endeavor.
I agree. I like that.
I am going to, however, see if I can watch any of the others that have lips, whether it's the Ursa Thry or other humanoids that have lips, to see if I can make out anything they might be saying. And I'm also going to just watch what they're doing.
Okay.
Are they telling them something? Are they commanding something? Are they giving them something? What's going on?
Nala seems to be in this moment, as time kind of starts to move back into a normal sort of pace. Nala seems to be greeting. In a way that definitely feels like one race meeting another, or as if aliens had dropped down to the sky and they're trying to have a conversation with figures that I would say that you're not really sure the time period here, but you do get a sense of a very sort of if there were any sort of evolutionary sort of things that have happened in the societal ideals of the Ursa Thry, it would be very, very, very slight, but this seems to be the most this is probably close to like I don't know, I would say like apocalypto sort of like level of like primal culture, as opposed to like the end of like an Aztec culture sort of thing, which would be like, you know, a very, very large net. I don't mean specifics at all in that, but yeah, it definitely seems like they're even more primitive, I guess would be the word. You notice that it looks like Nala is trying to converse with them, but clearly they are on different. They're in different sort of. There's a language barrier. At this moment, you see the two figures that are kind of off to the side. Those two like sort of grayish humanoid sort of figures kind of whisper to each other, seemingly kind of in conversation. That seem to be doubtful.
Since Yora's next to me,
yeah,
Car leans over. I don't know that I want to do this, but I'm going to ask about it just because I'm curious. Because I know that timelines are timelines, and there's lots of them. And all it takes is a simple push to make a new one. I go, can this be changed?
That is a great question. I believe that there are multiple versions of what we are seeing here. But all very similar. So, yes and no.
Can I affect a change from here?
In trouble hearing you.
I said, can I affect a change from here?
No. This is, we are not in their time. We are.
And so Kara's thinking about the one that looks like she knows she's being watched, or they know they're being watched. And I'm like, are you sure? Kara almost wants, God, he wants to, but he also, last time he missed the timelines, it didn't go real well. Just so you know what Kara's thinking, Joe, if he's not going to do it, he wants to reach out and cast tongues on Nala.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not going to. He's going to.
I'll tell you this: in regards to this being kind of similar to a memory in this case, you get a feeling that that magic wouldn't work necessarily the same way.
That's what Kara's like thinking. Like,
yeah,
I really want to try it, but nope,
yeah,
nope, didn't go well last time. That's the timeline. Kara's going to be the more controlled version of himself right now and just watch and learn from Dora.
Yeah. Conversation starts to continue, and then you see that there is a response from the current leader that I would say you see is a very large I decided this, so we'll say a very large black bear.
Okay.
That is honestly actually being kind of a little timid in this like sort of response and this sort of now actually with this, go ahead and give me I'll say history or nature.
I'll try history. Oh, bad roll. Almost a really good roll, but bad roll. 14.
14. Okay. Yeah, I think there's a sense of this conversation that is feeling a little bit like this bear is having to exert a lot of mental effort to try to understand what's going on.
Okay.
At this point, you see Nala kind of look back at the group behind her, and you see Eshin just kind of nod as if being addressed, and extends a hand up into the air, and you see a full sort of three-dimensional illusion of a large white rock that you recognize as the moon.
Oh.
You see a lot of the Ursathri react pretty strongly to this.
Positively or negatively?
Strongly.
Okay.
It depends. So some of them kind of like push back in fear. Others you see immediately fall on their face in front of this illusion. You see Nala immediately kind of like recognizing this as somewhat of a mistake, not exactly their intention here, and kind of like turning back, kind of like kind of like having them stop, and the conversation kind of continues. It looks like it was trying to explain something about the moon to them.
Can I see anything on the illusion that strikes me as odd, since they were trying to use it to explain something?
No. Yeah.
Okay.
No. I mean, it's the most defined sort of version you see of it, but I would say that there's enough similarity there that, Car, I think you've watched the moon enough to kind of recognize, like, it's
Right.
it's at least very similar.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and the conversation kind of continues. I'll say there's sort of a pause in this as Yora kind of starts talking, and this is important to say that this is not a memory of mine as much as my people. In case you're looking for me in this crowd.
I already have, but thanks.
This happened long before me. But as I see you leaning in closely, I know that you recognize the being that is speaking with the first Ursa.
Well, it certainly does look like Nala.
Yes. There are multiple. There have been many generations of us trying to remember and further along interpret what this conversation was specifically about. But it is very clear he kind of stops at this. It is very clear to me that they were concerned about us. And he, in that regard, I'll say, Car, that's not something you really pick up here. The way that he says that holds this very, like, weird emotional weight here. Yeah, anything you say to him?
Is this the only time that this group met with your people? Or is there a history of them returning?
There have been... My ancestors have talked of many of this tribe visiting us, but never together like this. It was always in secret, and it was always in one person in particular.
Was there particular individuals from these 13 that would visit, or was it a random sampling?
It seems that more of the interactions were coming from those that look like your friends. And by that, you get the idea that he means humanoid.
Humanoids, yeah. I was like, that was my so, anyway. Okay. I'm still watching them, trying to do my best to watch them as this continues. I lean and I say, first of all, this has been very enlightening, and I have more things I want to ask you, but I don't want to.
I'm having trouble hearing you, Jack.
I'm being quiet because I'm trying not to be loud, because I'm trying not to be loud with this. But I will just I'm not yelling.
Just keep that. If you keep that mic close, see if that helps.
But I will say, I do have things I want to ask you about this, and this has all been very enlightening. I don't want to miss anything, but if I start asking you questions, am I going to miss something you wanted to show me?
It is coming soon.
All right. So I should not ask you questions yet, or I don't want to miss it.
You see him pause the scene.
How do you do it?
He does not. I will say he does not seem to do any sort of hand movement or anything.
I was trying to coax him into doing that to see if I could figure out how he did it.
Okay, gotcha. You get the idea that it's very similar to like how does Card do his magic?
Okay, so
it's very. Yeah, I'll say it seems like it's very. Actually, I'll put it in this regard. It seems like it's very. It might be more of a racial trait than a learned trait.
Okay, that's totally fair. Car's still always looking to learn things, so
yeah.
But okay, he thanks me. He's like, okay, so thank you, because I don't want to miss it. And then inside he's cursing himself. Damn it, I can't figure it out. But he says, so I do wonder something, though, and it may be answered by what's going to happen next. But why were you concerned about me knowing this?
Time. An interpretation of such is difficult to hold on to. What happens next has been bastardized into other things.
Right. And then since you're able to freeze the motion, is she the only I've referred to her as a fire wing? I'm not sure what you would call her, but is she the only fire wing you know of?
Yes. She is very hard to forget.
Interesting. All right. Well. Okay. Let's continue. What you want me to see?
You see that there's a moment of it seems like Nala is trying really hard to explain something to the Ursa. And you see that these certain sort of levels of like things that that even over time have not really changed with Nala, where you see there's like these sort of just little sort of moments of what looks to be not frustration, but desperation in having the student understand what's happening or what is being taught.
As she gets frustrated, I'm like, hold on a second. And will he pause it again?
Yeah.
How far does my vision extend in this scene?
That's a good question. Not very far. You get the idea that this is like, this feels like it is a memory that is weirdly in third person. Like it's not clearly defined as someone specifically in this crowd, but it is definitely taking shape as if you were to imagine someone describing the scene well enough for it to like take shape.
Could it? So I'm taking it based on what you just said. Maybe the spirits of the Ursa Thry who were there that have now died are sharing a shared memory to him.
Yes, that's exactly right.
All right. I look around, and if I'm guessing I'm not going to see it, and I just ask him, "Where's the tower?"
Hasn't been built yet.
Did your people build it, or did those people build it?
The short answer to that question is us.
Well, when we have some time, I'd like to hear the long one.
That'll be easier to explain once you've seen everything.
All right. Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, you see him just very kind of politely nod and continue the scene. Now at this point, you see Nala turn and walk back to her own group. You go ahead and give me an insight check with advantage.
I like that one. Let's see if I can do a little better. Nope. I'll take the dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah. Sweet. So yeah, with the dirty 20, you see she looks a little dejected. Like this isn't working the way that she was hoping it would.
And she goes back to the group you said, but is there somebody she specifically seems to gravitate towards more than the others?
Yes.
Who's that?
That would be Sylvia.
Okay. As she goes back, is there anyone who looks like they are less happy with her than the others?
As she's explaining, you see a lot of them being annoyed would be the word I would use.
Okay.
Not definitely not the old man. You see he seems to kind of nod, kind of very patiently, and starts to kind of seems to be a part of the conversation. Sylvia herself is actually staying out of it for the most part. Is kind of giving sort of reassuring nods, but is not really saying anything. You see the Loxodon and you see the Loxodon and the Varix seem to be talking with each other. And I'll say, given that 20, you get the idea that Varix and this Loxodon figure seem to be, I'd say, would give you the impression that they have more in common with each other than the others in the group.
Okay.
And then you see Kobamu walk into the conversation.
Okay.
He seems to be, again, in this almost very alien-like way, where it kind of gives this sense of man, do I even really know Kobamu? As he looks like he is presenting a point, kind of giving hand gestures and movements that almost give this sort of sense of eloquence.
So weird.
Yeah. And you see that Eshin is I'd say Eshin's look is sad, but focused, I guess.
Okay.
As you start to watch, or as you continue to watch, you also notice that Yora's sort of demeanor towards this memory starts to change a little bit. You see him kind of shifting his weight a little bit more. You actually notice, I would say, one of the interesting things you see is that he is a very old Ursa Thry, but you see him almost kind of crouch a little bit more, almost instinctively. Gives you a sort of sense of very similar to when a you get a dog that is having the back hair stand up.
Okay. You know this guy.
I'll put it this way, Car, you get the feeling that something's going to go wrong.
Yeah, I'm going to back up a little bit as he does this.
Mm-hmm.
I won't say back up. I'm going to shift my position to the best of my ability, so that there isn't any one of them that's out of my range of sight.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So it's not backing up so much, but I want to get a position so I can see what's going on.
Yep. You notice that a very sort of strange thing happens even in this memory, as you see the figure that is standing further off also seems to kind of come walking in, but truly their image doesn't get any clearer. As if even in this memory is slightly blurred in the shape that they've made, that they've taken. But now it kind of seems like this discussion has now breached into an argument.
Be the ones arguing, the two sides.
good question. I would say, I'm going to say with that insight check of 20, it's hard to tell.
Ooh. All right. Ascension in the ranks of the Watchers.
Yes. You don't get a, and I'll say, like, actually, this kind of calls into effect here at this point. Besides the figure that is kind of standing off to the side, you don't get any sort of sense of ranking in this group.
Okay.
The memory moves on, and it gets to a point where Kobamu seems to start to present himself a little bit more aggressively.
Like the Kobamu we know.
I said not at that level, like the idea of like a, this like nobleman getting upset at a like sort of thing. And you see a hand from the Loxodon kind of comes up to his shoulder. He sort of shrugs it off and continues talking. There's a moment where Nala you see Nala just shake her head. And in this moment, it seems that Nala takes this matter into her own hands. You see her turn. Look at the rest of them. And you see her eyes flash blue. And it's like this huge sort of beam of light that, or like horizontal beam of light that seems to kind of stretch out like in a cone shape towards all of the Ursa Thrive. You see them kind of shake their head, bewildered, start to blink. And you notice that now in this scene, it seems more important to be watching what's happening to the Ursa Thri as you see some of them open their eyes, and their eyes are blue. Others seem to retain their normal color, but one thing is for sure. They start to seem to converse with one another in a way that shows the basis of their primary language, or like primal language that they had started. And you see that they're not understanding each other. And things get violent very quickly.
So does it seem like, I mean, from out of character, a Tower of Babel moment?
Seems exactly like a Tower of Babel moment.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I understood what I was hearing.
You see in this moment, Kobamu becomes furious. Starts to kind of act a little bit more violently, that he is then bodied, sort of shoved out of the group with the Ursa Thri that he seems to look like. And you see Nala just kind of like shaking her head as there are other figures behind her that are talking. And you see Varix kind of steps forward, takes Nala's shoulder, pushes her back. And then you see the same eyes from Varix flash blue and hit Kobamu. bomber goes limp, falls down. The figures turn and move. The Azure turn quickly and hurry away into a clearing where you see there is a large rock that is sitting in the middle of a field. So you see one of them, we'll say Eshin, touches it first, and they all disappear as the scene becomes more and more violent among the Ursathrai that no longer understand each other. And you see the memory start to fade out. Both of you are in the... You and Yora are in the ethereal plane once again.
Right. And actually, that's what Carr says. That's all Yora gets. Just, where's that rock?
It's still here.
Is it something your tribe would let me see?
Yes. You share similarities to the figure that was there, and in so doing, the Ashwing that you see, like, for him, like, he's not sure whether or not that figure is familiar to you. Varix, yeah, and like whether that figure is an Ashwing or not.
Okay.
Excuse me. But you kind of get the idea that basically the Ashwing were more welcomed in the community probably earlier on in years back. Because right.
Sorry to mean to interrupt you. I thought you were stopping, and I was gonna just. Okay, interesting. Does the stone have a name that I can refer to it as?
It does. He tells you. I'll pull it up
Okay, that's
in a
fine.
second.
Yeah. So I could not go to the chief and say, "So there's a rock."
Yeah.
But Carr would.
Yeah.
Under my breath, but loud enough that you can hear it, in Eric Cochran, I ponder out loud. What's the best way to tell him out loud? And I just say that in Eric Cochran to gauge his reaction. Is there a reaction of understanding?
No.
Okay. I start moving around the area in the ethereal plane. And I am just like talking and moving things here and there. And I'm just talking like, is there any more information about this one? Do you know anything about the two that look like? Just trying to gather more information that Jack knows you're not going to tell me.
Mm-hmm.
But doesn't know Carr Carr's dawdling a little bit. And then when Carr is done, he just goes to Yora and waits for him to go back. What Carr is doing is writing an Eric Cochran in the area. Still 13? ?
Okay.
And because if he doesn't understand my spoken language, he certainly doesn't understand the language that she would read from above an area. And
cool.
He then waits for Yora to lead him back.
And Yura does.
And as he's doing it, though, Carr just does chat him up a little bit, not to waste time this time. More along the lines of just basically saying, I would love to tell you some more stories of my people, and I would love to hear more of yours.
Yeah. I think on the way back, you to summarize the conversation more into instead of having RP.
Yeah, that's fine.
One thing that Yura does explain, because he has visited as one of the chief sort of elders, he has been allowed passage to other tribes in Faran.
Okay.
So he'll tell you that. So he was able to visit some of the other ones. And though he kind of felt like even in those areas he had to kind of watch his back a little bit, one thing became abundantly clear is that this story is misinterpreted by some of the Ursa Thrai.
How is it misinterpreted?
They start, he starts to, he explains to you that for some reason, for some of the Ursa Thrai, their version of this story, they are not wearing robes of red, but they have red skin and are carrying large martial weapons.
Oh, so the story of the story of the 13 has turned into the lost it.
The Loa.
Thank you, Loa. I'm like, what word am I looking for? Okay, on was coming to my head, but that's not what it's supposed to be. So somehow the 13 become a Loa. Interesting. Okay. Huh.
I'll say with this information, you think back to this sort of strange, sort of double-ended thing of the Loa versus Memoriam, and how Memoriam is claiming that the Loa were more involved, and they want to kind of cover it up. And you get you start to kind of, I think one of the sort of obvious things is recognizing how much are they covering up and how much are they trying to define what that they weren't involved in this specific way.
Or maybe they're using the myth that they were involved to their own purposes. It wasn't us, but if you think it was, let's go. So, okay. Interesting. And why would the Loa... I'm just okay, in that case, then why would the Loa have such a hate on for the Ursa Thrai if they're not the ones who did it to them in the first place, unless the Ursa Thrai attacked them afterwards because of the bastardized stories?
The story became bastardized. It must have happened because there was some sort of altercation with the Loa.
Can I before we get all the way back, I stop Yura. Can you just show me the scene one more time when they're all just standing there?
Yeah, okay.
Of the three now, because there's four I don't recognize, but one of them was hazy. Of the other three, given their bearing and how they move, could one of them have been Loa?
It's very possible.
So it's possible one's Loa. I mean, it's not 100%, but one could be Loa.
One could be Loa.
Okay, just curious. That's all I wanted to just discern. Okay, and then I will allow him to. I thank him profusely. Thank you so much. I learned so much. I still don't know why you think I'm upset. I mean, it's history. It happened. Right?
It is a rather brutal history that makes whom I assume to be your friend a complicated relationship for those that now recognize that they had a hand on the darker parts of our history.
So on one hand, I totally agree with what you're saying, and I see where you could think that. Here's the problem with that. I don't know how much of who she is now is who she was. She has absolutely no memory of that whatsoever. It's like a different person.
Roll me a persuasion check.
I suppose this does not count as a spirit, even though we're on the ethereal plane.
No.
Oh, well. Let me see. 17.
Cool. Also, I think at this point you're back in the cave.
That's fine. Yeah, of course.
17? Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
With a 17, he seems to kind of like nod and understanding and getting that, but you get a feeling that this is information. He doesn't not believe you.
Right.
But it is new information.
Right. So Car just continues saying, I don't know much about the Firewing because she's the only one I've ever met. I do really like her, clearly. But it's my people, the Ashwing, that continue on our memories. Where she doesn't know what happened before she was reborn after a death. She has no recollection. My people speak with the spirits who've come before, but in even that way, I can't get the past from her because she's still here. She always will be, but she doesn't remember what happened before. Why that is, I don't know. I would love to figure it out, but she, honest to goodness, she doesn't know. That's why she was so upset by seeing you, not because of something, a perceived wrong, but she doesn't know who she is.
I see. Well, in that case, it sounds like her story continues on after this memory.
Well, it sounds like it, but it's a story that once you finish a couple of chapters, they're ripped out of the book and burned.
He nods at this. I think like there's definitely a certain level of bond that you kind of get in the idea that him giving you like him putting you in part of this memory of this is, I would say it would not be surprising to you, Car, that you're the only one he's shown this to besides like the next in line. So
he's so thankful.
Yeah, so I think a lot of the like he seems to be very trusting of you in this moment. So in like taking in your words, he seems like he believes you and like recognizes that what he would say to this is like, it seems like there must have been something that happened that may have made her tribe turn on her as well.
And maybe I don't know. How long ago did this happen? How many generations back does your story say?
It becomes difficult to give an exact because of the rebuilding that we had to do. Some say 30 generations, others say as high as 50.
But it does seem as though prior to this, the Ushthari were peaceful amongst themselves.
I have watched that memory many a time, and I can tell you that I don't find any reason, as you can see, my fur does not match my brethren, as some of them have definitely noticed. So I might be a tad biased. I don't see a reason why we should continue. I don't see a reason why we should continue to be separate tribes.
That makes sense. Thank you. You've given me lots to consider.
I hope that your friend understands that I, at this moment, are the only one of my tribe to know who. And he kind of stops. What she was.
She doesn't even know what she was yet, but she will.
A hard burden to bear.
Oh, I don't know.
If you'll forgive the pun.
Of course. I've given my fair share of those jokes amongst my party. Not about bears, of course. Other things with wings. So,
Gotta imagine like the animal kin gotta have a lot of animal jokes.
I got it. I feel like I have completely usurped the game. So, Joe, I am just going to tell you what Carr intends to do in the near future, so you are mentally prepared for it. And then I'm going to take the dog out so the other people can roleplay for a little bit.
Yeah.
Play D&D too. Kylan was like, no, I don't. No, it's fine.
I thought this was a history class, to be honest. So
This is a giant lore drop. So yeah, Jack, you're fine.
Yeah. We're just like.
But Jack, and now that Carr knows 30 to 50 generations, and when the Ursa thrice started fighting amongst themselves, I'm going to go back through the Eric Cochran spirits to find ones that were alive back then to see what they know about Nala. Just so you know. Because I should, starting from there and moving forward, there may be something that I could glean. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, anyway, my dog's been whining to go to the bathroom, so I'm going to...
Yeah, go for it.
Before he has a huge accident. Be right back.
All right.
But super cool. Super cool.
Thank you for being a part of it. I think it makes the most sense to move to Kaelinor. Because Nav is shaking her head and I like to punish them.
I have to digest the lore drop still. My brain hurts.
You're in
Just
the power
went to a
seat.
history class.
That's what you get.
Yeah, for the record, for you guys to kind of get for you, the players, to understand, the rock that she's standing at is that same rock.
I figured.
So you, I believe if I recall correctly, you saw the younger female brown bear kind of storm off angrily. Now that you're alone here, Kaelinor, you can continue to sort of copy down these markings, but I'd like you to give me an investigation check.
You got it. It's a 13.
As you're making this mark of this moon, you see there's other sort of glyphs that are on this. There's one that you see that I would like you to give me an intelligence saving throw on.
Okay. A 16.
Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. You were copying these? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. You start to copy this one. And there is this strange, cold air that blows on the back of your neck that feels directional and specific to you, as if someone was blowing on the back of your neck. that causes you to pause for a second. You feel like it's a warning.
Okay. I think she naturally throws up another divine sense to see and pairs it with trying to copy that sign again, but instead of physically writing it, I don't know if I can do this with the spell. I don't think I can. I don't think I have control of it that well. But I was thinking of maybe using Create Water to kind of draw it out in thin air. Actually, no, I don't need to waste a spell slot. I'm going to try and draw it out in the mud I'm stood in, actually. Seeing if it makes a difference in terms of... That's stupid. But, like, yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Wonderful, guys. It was nice knowing you.
Bye.
It's a nat 20 for 27.
There it is.
I'm sorry,
Cool.
Joe.
No, thank God. So Kaelinor doesn't die.
Yippee.
Kaelinor, you hear a voice that seems to kind of call out in this weird sort of, almost as if the sort of sound of like a record starting, where it seems like it kind of like slows down and sort of speeds up, as you hear a voice call out, Kaelinor, don't. Trust me. Kaelinor, I'd like you to roll me an insight check.
I think it could be who I think it is, but I don't know. I'm gonna use my. Do I want to use my inspiration on that? Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. A 15.
Feels like it's been over a year or so. It's like forever since you heard Sylvia's voice.
I think
You
she
lucky,
stills.
lucky duck. What was the nat 20 for 27?
Nat 20 for 27.
Awesome. Yeah, DC was 22.
Out here defying gods, apparently. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna mess with the shit again.
I'll say, looking back at that sign, Kaelinor, it takes you a second because I think there's signs that some of you guys have seen this before, but not in a clear enough sort of depiction. And I will say your reading of this was good, but it wasn't as good as it could have been. Help. Okay. It might still be here, actually. Yeah, as you notice that the marking that you were just about to make was this one.
Interesting. I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna put down the piece of paper and pull out my scimitar, and subtly, if I can, I shouldn't do this, but it's fine. Start like chipping away the symbol
On the rock?
No, I take it back. I'm not doing anything. I'm leaving it the fuck alone, actually.
That was there,
You know what?
that was there as you arrived, right? So, like, yeah.
Yeah, Kaelin's thought process was, I don't want anyone else touching this, but also realizing that, you know what?
Right, all right, yeah. I'll say with the nat 20, you get the idea. Like, this symbol was here and is here. like as something. There's a reason why it is here. Copying it down would be the same problem as
What Ogre did on the ship, and and seeing it all.
But there's another sort of like interesting sort of piece of this of like recognizing like you now have a visual of this sign that has some significance to something.
I'm just gonna put a little mud marker on it as I just leave it alone, and I think Kaylin just mutters under her breath, being like, "Still saving me from the grave, I guess, Sylvia." As she continues just to miss out that symbol and keep copying the rest of it down.
Cool. You feel that cool wind one more time in the back of your neck in response. Okay. We'll move from that to Horus and Riaris. Horus, you feel the rope suddenly go loose.
I like follow where it was leading to with my eyes to see why it's gone loose.
You see Kobamu standing there, back facing you. Give me an insight check with disadvantage.
A 7.
Okay. I'll say with a 7, you know that it would be pretty strange for this creature does not seem to be someone who would just shirk this responsibility, or accidentally let go. You think something happened in this conversation, but you're a good distance away, about 15 to 20 feet away or something, right around there. Riaris, you're here as well, right?
Here with Ogra and Muffins.
Okay, cool, awesome. Both of you guys give me a perception check.
Just well, since she's next to Riaris.
What?
Does Ogre does, because she's right next to Riaris as well?
Yep. Yeah, so I said both of you guys give me a perception check.
22.
Okay.
For yours.
Uh, 12.
Okay. Riaris, you see the rope fall from Kobamu's hands.
Can I see? I mean, probably not who he's talking to or anything particular. It's probably just the same elders he was talking to before, I gather.
Yeah.
But he's no longer kneeling. He was kneeling before. Now he is standing.
Correct.
Do I hear anything? Can he change? Any talking or louder voices? I mean, we're not too far away.
You don't hear Kobamu's voice anymore. You hear the elders continuing to talk, though.
Oh, boy. I'll turn to okay. Something seems to be up Kobamu. Huh. I don't think we should get involved with that, though. Do I see the limp rope that he was holding?
Yes. Yeah, it's attached to Horus's hands.
Sure. Yeah, and so I maybe has he it's gone limp. He's dropped it, right?
Yeah.
So I think I will move over to it, remembering kind of stuff, and I will actually pick it up. I'm not going to tug on it hard, but I will pick it up just as a way to not let it go fully slack.
I think that makes a lot of sense for several different reasons. Yeah.
Great. Cool. So that's what I will do.
Do you say anything to
I think
Horace as you do this? Or Horace, do you say anything?
No, I was actually gonna like reel it in and hand it to him anyway.
Cool.
Lest I lose my head to that ferocious beast. So
Yeah, I think then in that regard, I think you guys just have a moment of like understanding.
Yeah, I think I kind of look at him, and I think I might say like, look, just in case, and then kind of let a look at him, look back.
Yeah.
Cool. Ogre.
I think Ogre is just going to like go up to him, and she's standing at her full height, which is a 6'3", looking
him?
below you, and just does this.
Who's him?
Mr. Ace.
Gotcha.
Horace.
Do you say anything over, or you just walk it up and giving?
No, she just does this. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Gotcha. Okay.
I do it back to her, like kind of playfully, like, okay, or
Ogre's not happy with him right now. It is a very displeasing look she's giving him.
Okay.
This guy's making fun of her in the horrible way.
I think in the moment of I've not awkwardly, just kind of looking back. Okay, we're looking at each other. Okay, should we go? I think we should. Should we try to find Kaelinor, Zed, Carr? I mean, I think Obamu's. I think we let him be. I've got this, holding up the rope. Otherwise, we just stand in here.
Do you think they're not gonna be mad we're taking Mr. Ace with us?
He's coming with us wherever we go, right? I mean, I feel like trying to fakely pull on the rope as if it's still tight there. It's just doesn't matter. As we go, whatever Ace wants to, it doesn't matter. I don't know, but I don't think we should stay here. I guess we could, but I'm gonna go.
Who should we go for first? Kaelinor
and
or
Zed.
Zed?
Yeah, they both. They went off together. I mean, one's probably already dead by now, so we could at least go and maybe deal with that.
Cool. Yeah, I'll say above board. You know what? Give me a perception check. All of you.
23.
Natural 20 for 23.
Cool.
22.
You slacker.
Zed, are you trying to be sneaky? I can't remember. I know where you're at, but I'm trying to remember if you were trying to be sneaky where you're at.
Well, I had to talk with that bear, and I was on my way back. But since I'm alone, I'm probably trying to be sneaky.
On your way back to what?
To Kaelinor.
Okay, gotcha. Cool. All right, cool. Yeah, give me a stealth check.
Just 12.
Awesome. You guys see Zed kind of like walking through the marsh in a way that all you guys, I think, rolled above a 20, if I recall. So all of you are looking at him doing this and trying to figure out whether or not he's trying to be sneaky or just being extremely careful with where he's stepping. But he's like inching towards Kaelinor. Like he's probably like 30 feet away, but he's inching towards Kaelinor.
No matter where you...
Oh, and Sarah's gone. Yeah, but you all see this. You also see Kaelinor standing. Kaelinor, like body language of like a distance of like, I don't know, not a quarter of a mile, but like a long distance away. What does Kaelinor look like?
she bizarrely looks like a scholar for the first time, like furiously taking notes, back like turned to the world, just like locked in and focused. It's given the same reference that she gives like all her martial training, of just like,
Sweet.
I am in the zone.
I love it. So Riaris, you definitely kind of pick up this this like thing of like whatever Kaelinor is doing, she's very, very interested in it.
All right, Ace, we might have a problem. Kaelinor, she's writing, which is dangerous, and Zed's thinking up. We should probably go up there. I don't know what's happening, but I do not like this. Gotta go a little quicker.
I just hold up my hands and say, whatever you say.
Cool.
Can you not say that? That makes you feel kind of uncomfortable. Just all right, whatever. Just
Imagine.
Can you like come closer? I don't want to.
Imagine how I must feel.
I can't imagine lying all the time, so I'll keep working on it. All right, let's go. I think I'll call out to Zed when I get closer. Just feel like, Zed, hey.
Zed, you turn around, you see Riaris, Horus, and Kaelinor. Or sorry, Riaris, Horus, and Ogra.
As soon as I hear their voices, I like just snatch straight down in the water and pick up the rope.
What rope?
Because the one that was attached to Kaelinor.
Oh, the one that was attached to Kaelinor. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, I pick it up and just put it around me real quick. It's like, hey.
I want to be clear for everybody else. Zed's doing this in the clearing area, so there's no hiding what he's doing at all. It's just that's great.
Hey, what are you guys doing out here in the marsh where there could be like giant holes that you could just sink in?
Is that why you were walking like that? Like that? Was that?
Yeah. Also, all these roots are coming from like either coming from or going to that big rock over there that Kaelinor is obsessed with. And then I don't tell her this. I untied the rope and I followed a frog because I told it to show me what it's scared of. And it took me to this tower, and then this bear covered in cloth that was able to see me. And I'm pretty sure I was pretty hidden. Came over and talked to me. Was talking about powers and stuff, and I guess threatened my existence.
Is that all? Okay.
Well, not in a like I'm gonna kill you, but in a like, hey, fate's coming to take you soon.
But everybody who meets Zed kind of says
difference?
that.
What?
It was more of she could see, I don't know, I guess the future or something, that I was gonna perish, and there was nothing that she could or wanted to do.
I'm confused.
Riaris.
What?
And Ogre's just first gonna go over to Horus and put her hands over his ears. Okay, now go.
So good.
Okay. All right.
Anybody got? Oh,
you stay here. I need to ask Kaelinor what's going on. I do not understand what you're talking about.
okay.
You're talking to frogs. That's Ogre. Can you understand what he's saying and talking about? Can you like figure that out? Okay, great.
All right. So Ogre, who is this dude? I know you got him muffled, so he won't hear us. But who is this dude?
Can I do like a strength check to see how much pressure I'm putting on his head so he can't hear?
My poor head.
So your intention is to keep him?
No, I'm just like trying to make
squeezing his head.
pressing down so he can't hear. Like I'm not trying to hurt him. I'm just like pushing.
Right. Okay. Sarah, you know that's not how that works.
Ogre doesn't know. She has more
That's yeah. Okay, so you're saying that's what Ogre wants to do. Got it. Just want to make sure 100%. Yeah, you got it. Go. Give me an athletics check.
Yeah. Now we know what happened to a couple goblins.
Athletics. Where are you? That is a 17.
Awesome. Horus, give me a Constitution saving throw, DC 17.
The moment like I feel the pressure get to a high, I would like to do momentary stasis,
Okay. Yeah.
and just like step from between her hands before they cinch down on my head.
Okay. Cool. I love that so much. Yeah. So then Ogre, as that moment kind of like speeds, but actually, I'm sorry, I don't want to take that away. What does that look like for the camera? Obviously, there's a.
Well, it's a DC 16 Constitution saving throw, so it might not even stop her. But what it would look like is that my eyes would flash, and she would stand there, sort of like vibrating, as if moving forward and back in time, as if something was keeping her from progressing.
Cool. I'm gonna say, just for the fun of like it reintroducing the character in this way, like Ogre would have no idea that this is what's happening on there. So I'll say, Ogre, go ahead and give me that con saving throw. I do so with disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah, it's 14. So disadvantage con.
Yeah. I will also say, Horace, go ahead and still give me that con saving throw as being aware of that starting happening.
It is,
That's a 16.
With disadvantage?
Yeah, I rolled a 16 and a 14, and I have a +2.
Cool. So I think in that moment you like Ogre, there's a second where you feel this sort of like where you lost like half a second. And I'd say like Horace is still able to kind of like get out from this. But you're aware that was you're aware, thank you. You're aware that something magical happened. Like this, like and it was directly from Horace, we'll say. With the 16.
and I rolled a
Ogre
10.
with a little. Oh, sorry.
A 10?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You take you take 3 points of damage still.
Points of brain crushing.
Of of concussive damage.
Damn, Ogre, you didn't need to pop
Ogre,
his head
what are you-
backwards like a wet potato.
What are you doing?
She's just gonna tilt his head up to look at her, saying, "Don't do that again."
You don't have his. You don't. It's gone. He's gone from your hands.
Oh,
He's in a
okay.
different area. Yeah.
Would I have been able to see that spell or that?
Oh,
magic?
good question.
I think so.
Roll me an Arcana check with advantage. I'm going to say the DC is the same at 16.
It's not good. Oh wow, that's a natural 20 and a 19. So yeah.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, you saw it.
Woo.
You saw it, and it looked the style of it, we'll say, looked very familiar.
Familiar as in what I understand, or as anybody in particular?
Yeah.
I think I will, like, I'm a couple paces or steps ahead of Forrest, I imagine, and then seeing over and go back and then seeing that, I will then take a couple steps right to get, not right in Ace's face, but pretty close. Like,
And I'm just standing there like, there's my head.
I will like move his hands out of the way while casting healing hands. So just like you just feel like glowing in the hands and warmth and kind of just clean as I move your hands and just look you just dead in the eye like, what was that? Kind of holding your wrist. I'm gently, but I would like to still, holding your wrist. Pull them away, I'll let go. But
I just shrug and say, force of habit. For a second there, I thought I was going to lose my head.
Ogre only done that once by accident, and she was really mad.
okay, Ogre, that's probably not a great thing to do. Force of habit to do that. Okay. Okay, well, we'll have to talk about that. Now seems a good time. Maybe now's not a good time to talk about that.
Kaylor, give me a perception check.
You got it. That's a nat 1 for a 3. I am,
Atta girl.
I believe,
Hmm.
I'm
The best.
There is a very beautiful scene that, like, I think, like, Riaris, you are, like, there's a certain point where you're, like, kind of, like, a little bit worried that, like, Kaelinor is seeing you guys act crazy right now, and you kind of turn and look, and Kaelinor is so engrossed. There's like a cut to, like several seconds before, so we see that scene from Kaelinor's position, but Kaelinor facing the camera, and just, like, kind of, and, like, the whole scene's just happening behind her.
just over, like, the camera over my shoulder. Kaelinor just full steady, like, rewriting the calligraphy to make sure it looks neat and precise, and redoing a couple lines so it fits perfectly in the notebook. Now she's taking from Zed, because that's now her notebook, unfortunately.
Just depth of field. You see Ogre holding the horse up by the head and feet kicking. Then he jumps away
Don't
from
read.
her feet.
Yeah.
Don't read the other pages.
Burning them, ripping them out, don't worry.
Cool. I mean, at this point, Riaris, you kind of, well, actually, I'd say the scene is still yours. You just heard Horace's response.
Oh, man, I'm super torn between what I want to do, because I really want to know more and trust this person, but Horace has given me absolutely nothing, no reason to trust him, even though I feel that I need to. That's part of what I need to do. So what I'm going to do is play by his own game if I can, and I will be using Channel Divinity. And what I'd like to do is Channel Divinity to slow time, which gives me an additional action, and I'd kind of like to use Channel Divinity to tighten up and retie the knots on around his hands.
Yeah. Very cool. Horace, give me an what's Riaris' spell save DC?
14.
Okay. So Horace, give me an Arcana check DC 14. Cool. So there's nothing that you can really, like, do in this moment. This moment is going to happen. It has already happened. But you clearly see that you are not the only one with time magic here, which is, more than anything, very interesting to you.
It is indeed.
You've never seen anyone outside of your home do that.
I think you just see me as I'm kind of finishing the knot and still looking at directly. One of my eyes is much more brighter, almost like a bright gold, and the other is like a black, almost kind of dripping a little bit. They kind of disappear quickly after, but the two different colors totally gone. They recede back into their normal colors.
I give
Just kinda,
like a little tug and look at you inquisitively, and I just say, where was it you said you were from?
Riaris, give me a wisdom saving throw right now.
the wisdom saving throw. Oh man.
Is it? Sorry, let me check your sheet. Is it wisdom save from the item that I'm talking about? Was that what the thing was?
Oh, Joe, I sent you something.
No, because you're in a clearing. It would be very impossible.
There is a wisdom save on it. Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, go ahead and give me that wisdom save.
Yeah, it's a 12. And it's a DC 14.
Okay, cool. You in response, I'm just gonna say in response to that, you see you see Riaris stand next to Horace. Kill him. Just kill him. Just kill him now. He's asking too many questions. You should probably just kill him. Obviously, they don't care. Look, they're, the Ursa Thray. And then you see another figure that is now at your shoulder, who goes, listen, there's no reason to worry. Just because someone is able to do something around time is maybe just give him a chance. Everything that is supposed to happen is going to happen. And then you hear the other voices go, "We listening to that other voice? Don't listen to that other voice. Listen to me. Kill him. Not worth it. Trust me on this. I'm aware of what's going on. Riaris, just, kill it. It would be better for both of us on both our sides."
I think I tug a little bit on the rope and just say, "Nah, probably looking over your shoulder, horse. Probably would be better, but not yet." And then just turn and just drag you closely. He'll like brush off the one behind me. Almost just like a quick, like an odd little elbow movement there, and then kind of just bring you along with, and go to turn away. Anyway,
Beautiful.
Ogre, did I miss something? What the hell is this all about?
He's just being like, he's very shifty, and he was lying to Ogre and pretending to be nice, and he's just very shifty, and Ogre doesn't think we can trust him.
Oh, well, have you guys checked his jacket pocket?
Ogre did see him put something in there.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody else noticed.
Caleb, I'm going to allow you to have enough time to turn over your... Yes.
Guys, why is... I think she just sees the ensemble of all four of them and goes, "What is going on?"
Well, I guess, Riaris... I don't know how to explain Riaris holding a rope that has bound somebody. That is beyond me.
I'll explain that for you.
Okay.
The only reason he's in there is because Kobamu had it, and Kobamu is catatonic right now. I'm holding it so he doesn't get his head chopped off.
Sir, I am being kidnapped. I do not know these people, and you seem
You're asking Zed for
be
help. That's the wrong
reasonable.
person.
You seem to be
That's
a
our
reasonable,
captain.
wise.
Oh, well, if,
Ace,
The figure next to Horace goes, I told you. Should have just killed him. So
Really?
And
More
now
about
she's
it.
asking
More about
questions, and you're probably going to have to kill her now because she's asking too many questions.
That's enough
So-
out of you. I don't need to hear that anymore.
so you're being kidnapped by these
I didn't say
people.
anything.
I am.
What?
I've done nothing wrong.
No. You got nothing to hide, right?
Nothing at all.
All right. What'd you slide in your jacket pocket when you were out in the forest?
I believe a man's personal effects are no one's business but their own.
Yeah, I mean, if you got nothing to hide, then
Zed,
I'm not
Yeah,
asking
this
for a love
discussion-
letter.
Zed, we had this discussion on the ship. Personal belongings, people are privy to them themselves.
He is not our prisoner. We are. Don't
Could have
know.
fooled me.
We're not gonna push him down.
okay.
Please.
But we are all humanoids in an Ursa Thry camp. Now, I'm not saying Horace is part of the crew yet, but we need to look like at least a united front. And if we can manage that, it'd be wonderful, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
You know,
but
I
how
think-
can we, Kaylin? What happened to your armor? What happened? You're filthy.
Yeah, I know.
How can we
Blame Zed.
be-
I know. It looks like she's been playing in the mud.
Oh my, yeah.
Also, she was
Lucky.
really particular about making sure that private things stay private. I think, when you guys get back to the ship, you should probably go through her stuff and just make sure there isn't anything that you're missing, because there's something there,
I
man.
don't like you. No, you
You
need to give me some.
Sorry, what?
I don't
You don't like me? I'm
talking
you.
to?
What are you
You're
talking
just-
about?
No.
Okay.
I'm
Everybody-
trying to save your timeline.
Everybody just needs to shut up. The most normal thing here is Muffins rolling around in the mud over there.
Yeah, full on. Muffins is gone. It's just a brown boulder of slop.
Well, this is a lot like home, so...
Uh,
But without
he's-
the man-eating plants and all that.
Yeah. Anyways, Kaelinor, it looks like you didn't finish this drawing. And then
Nope.
Zed's just gonna reach
Don't.
down and...
I slapped Zed. I push him away. No, do not draw that, please. It's...
Did I make it in time?
Do you want to?
I I will full stab you, sir. I will full slam check you now.
There's the building the scene and then saying, DM, can you please give me the saving throw to kill me?
I don't know because Zed's never seen the symbol before. The other Zed has.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but Zed's not asking. Drew is.
Oh.
So do you want me to give you a saving throw?
Nah.
Draw it.
It is
No,
not
probably
fun.
not. Kaylin would probably get to me before I go.
Okay.
Still a soldier.
What
No,
the hell,
don't-
Kaelinor?
don't- Okay, so you know the word we're not allowed to say. The people,
You mean the person? Yeah.
the group of them.
Okay.
Riaris figure more secrets.
Remember the symbol
No.
that we kind of, well, not you, Zed. Ogre, Riaris. Yeah, that symbol. That symbol is on this rock. And I nearly
What?
tried to draw it. Yes. Just,
You mean-
we can look at it.
Symbol.
This, and Kaelinor points it out. If she can.
Uh,
Actually, no.
Car, feel free to join the scene at any point in time. I imagine enough time has passed. You can.
On
This
this.
symbol.
I'm
rock.
gonna
On the rock.
I'm gonna touch the rock just so I can get a closer look at it.
I tried to draw it, and someone decided to stop me from drawing it.
Joe, I assume
Someone?
this is the rock.
This is the rock. Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I'm probably looking for it, and I've been directed to it by Yora. So,
Yeah,
And it
yeah,
was
for
just
sure.
there.
Do any of the carvings on this rock look anything like my bracer that I had?
Your like watch thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, they do. Also, Zed, when you touch this rock, it is, I think we're in. God, I can't even remember what time it is. I think we're like at like sunset area. We're pretty close to it at this point. Anyways, the point is, it's the island tropics. This cold is very rock.
This rock is very tattooed. I understand. Dislikes, yeah.
Mm.
well, this is an interesting place to find all of you.
Oh my God, Car.
Hi, Car. I think Kaylin was so excited. There's a massive grin on her face seeing Car's like, oh my god. Hi, I have.
Where have you been?
I was talking with Yora.
Hi, Laura.
Who was that?
It was the white Ursathrai.
Oh,
Whiteford Ursathrai.
okay.
Well,
Oh.
this rock holds some pretty significant place in Ursathrai history.
It does, and it's consecrated. It's
Oh,
like filled with
I'm well aware.
How do you know that?
Oh, it seems like he knows everything.
Well, Kaylin was like, wait, what? How did
Because Car's very smart.
He is very smart. No, you know
There's
that.
a moment where I think Car. There's a Car. Roll me an insight check.
Okay. Car is hiding. One moment. There he is. Okay, insight, you say. Insight.
Yeah.
14.
14. Okay, cool. There is a moment that, as you say, like, I'm well aware, like, it was something you desperately want to get out, and then as you do so, you realize, like, oh, Kaelinor was really happy to have information to share.
You're really happy, and it immediately got crushed. She's like, okay,
Well,
I'm not gonna do any more
Crumples up
exploring
the
investigating
paper.
then.
Since Car realized that, he places his hand on Kay's shoulder and say, I'm sorry, I was just told some stories by Yora. I don't have exact information. You have more in-person information about this stone than I do.
Well, no. So I was the glyphs on the rock are very similar to the cave, the ones that we saw in Sway, but
Yeah,
And-
look at that.
Oh, wait. And I cast Deafness on Horus.
poor Horace.
Okay.
yeah. You guys want to hear something crazy? I think I might have history with this rock.
Not surprised.
Give me whatever the DC for
That's a
deafness
con
is.
save. Yeah, just a con save 13.
Is her spell casting obvious? I'm casting a spell. I don't know what this looks like. If it's
I think blindness deafness has at least a verbal component.
Okay, so Carl like, looks over at his eyes like what's she doing?
Yeah.
I don't know. They're all being very strange at the minute.
I wrote a 19.
Ooh.
Great. Yeah, you're fine. You're so good you could pretend to be deaf.
I am like looking at her, just like confused and appalled. Like, why do you hate me?
Car.
What? Yeah, hi.
You remember my bracer? The one I was trying to hide from you guys that I failed?
One of many things. Yes, I do.
Yeah, a couple of these symbols, they look familiar, like they were on my bracer.
Can I see your bracer?
Uh,
I'm not gonna touch it. Can you just show me where that is?
yeah, I pulled it out of one of my pouches, and I was like, here, look.
Does it have the same symbol?
Yeah, I say as we're trying to figure that out, Zach, can you describe to Robert what it looks like?
Yeah, it looks like a leather bracer that would be part of like a leather armor set, and inside it has like stone laid on the inside, and it's got like these rune drawings all in it. And the previous use of it was Zed would use it in his own timeline to teleport.
Horace, give me unless you think you're not paying attention to this. If you're paying attention to this, I'll go ahead and give me a Arcana check.
Oh, I most certainly am. I wrote 16.
16. You've seen that bracer before.
What?
I'll message you exactly where, but for now.
Okay.
Cool.
Well,
Yep.
so
Okay.
why are we all at the rock? I'm concerned about that.
Well, we came to find them. They Kaelinor as I went off.
I guess-
we're here.
Apparently, Kaelinor almost died from a drawing, and this has something to do with my own timeline.
Oh, it has
but it's
something
here?
more than your timeline. Can we just step away from the rock for a moment?
What's wrong with the rock?
But Carl, you might want to
You
see this
You can
first.
just trust me for like one or two steps.
It's nice
Everybody,
and cold.
everybody, give me a con save except for Carr and Kaelinor, or dexterity saving throw. Excuse me.
Everyone has a +4 from me.
And you said I do not have to roll?
You don't have to roll now.
Okay.
Me neither?
No, you don't.
Hell yeah.
I'll take
That's
it.
a 10 for Ogra.
Is that with the +4?
Yeah, I rolled a 4.
Beautiful.
An 11
Uh,
for Horace.
Beautiful.
I got an 18.
Good.
21.
Great. Rieris and Zed, you guys kind of like take a step back as Carr tells you to do that. Kaelinor, you do as well, but you do so in a very careful sort of manner. Ogra and Horace both like sink ankle deep, and can feel the like roots are like kind of like stuck on their ankles.
I told
Ogre's
you all
been
to
in
be careful
quicksand.
where you walk.
No, you're not
Don't
in quicksand.
struggle.
Sorry, you've been in. That's.
I
We're gonna
immediately
revisit that
start
later.
like struggling.
Oh, good.
What would you call a quick mud?
It's ankle deep. You're just stuck by roots. I think Kaelinor goes actually to and like
Yeah, I'll
it
go
starts
help
moving
as well.
roots off Horace just to be like, Jesus Christ.
Of Horace, yeah.
Yeah.
Ogre, you see both of them go over to Horace to help him out.
Well, Ogra's like, I'm used to this, so this is her home, right? You know, she's used to this.
Yeah,
Hey, that makes sense. I'm not discrediting that.
No,
I'm just thinking
Ogre's
what
just
Ogre
staring
would
defend
think.
my
daggers
actions
into
afterwards.
Horace. She is staring daggers into him.
We've made Horace
that's
public enemy number one. Oh
man.
no.
Hey,
I would
Ogra,
take
if you do go under, just wild shape into something that breathes water. You'll be fine.
Why are we? Just
Away from the marsh, let's go. Cars asked us very politely, come on. And I think Kara's just
Sorry.
ushering people now. It's like, come on.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, what would you expect, Car?
just about this, but can we do it somewhere else?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll go grab muffins.
Who are these people?
Who are you asking?
Oh,
Universe?
You said that out loud. You know that, right?
Don't worry, I asked that when I first met them too.
And now
You
you're
should
one
know
of
who
us.
Mr. Ace is.
I know.
Damn it,
I
muffins!
am just a. What do you call them?
I don't know.
Wayward.
What do you call yourself?
I'm a wayward soul who found himself on this island in the company of. Do I know Car's name yet? Have I?
I
think
said
so.
it. Yeah, I've said it.
Yeah.
So
From Car here, and the rest is a blur. I was
okay. I'm
bound by bears.
I'm over this. Riaris, does Riaris have the rope?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I borrow that for a second, Riaris? I take it and I stand right in front of Horus. Do you want us to have the rope, or should I give it to the Ursa Thry?
Nope, this is fine.
All right.
You hang
I
on.
give it back to Riaris.
I want everybody here besides Horace to give me an insight check.
Yep.
Car, if you honestly, Jack, you set the DC on them figuring out whether or not Car seems to be out of sorts.
Okay. Yeah. 12.
12. Yeah, yeah, that's fair.
I'm gonna choose to fail because I'm fighting muffins to get out of the mud
I
because
love
they do
that.
not want to.
I love that. Yeah. Give me a strength saving throw.
That's 11. I am currently underneath muffins.
Oh no.
Yep.
It's
right
fine.
out of my mouth.
It's
He'll
you can
be.
make- he'll be fine. Okay, you can make muffins like disappear and reappear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did all of you make that? Did all of you make that insight check?
Yeah, I did.
Right.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. 20
Raise your hand if you
two.
didn't.
I did not, and I failed because of my coin-induced disadvantage. So.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. And then Ogre also failed.
No, I got a 22.
Okay, great. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think Riaris, you failed because you're like, man, you've you see on the way back, you see like you hear the figure that is next to Kaelinor go like, so if you want to just pull this root up just a little bit with your foot, like she's gonna come. Okay, all right, yeah, you just let it go. You just let it go. I mean, do you want to seem like the savior or not? I don't understand.
Like a mumble under my breath of just I would you're just like looking around, the rope's barely in my hand, falling off. It's just, what if I do?
I'm trying to help you out, man.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Hey,
What they all say.
hey. Do you remember when we were in the when we were in Gonbold and we were walking up the stairs and we felt like so good because we were
Yeah.
killing it? Yeah, it was good times, right? If you continue to follow me, you're gonna have those times all the time.
It's a pretty good offer. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right,
Let me know more.
shh. No, someone's talking. You stop talking to me.
I thought I heard something over there. Yeah, no. Anyway, what are we doing? Car, where are we going?
You just see me get
Why you-
slung
why are you-
across
why
the
are
air
you-
by muffins rolling.
Yeah.
Oh, Zed. There he goes.
I'm just staring at him like, so it's a problem when I do it.
Car is maniacally laughing.
okay, that's not good. Cars, what do you want to tell us?
Can we just be
Okay. We're away from people.
All right, good.
Most people.
So can we just be somewhere where we're still in the encampment, but we're kind of in our own space?
Yes.
I
I'll say I'm gonna roll something here. Okay. You guys are getting a lot of stares in your general direction from the Ursa Thrive, but that hasn't really changed.
Yeah.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Ogre, don't wave at them. Ogre,
And
do not
they're
wave
and
at
they're
them.
definitely out of earshot.
Okay. So I'm like, okay, come on, sit down, everybody. And I point at Horace. Is he one of us or not? Because
Yes.
I'm going to say
Yes.
some things.
I'm making the decision. He's one of us.
Great, have a seat.
Okay.
He can stay
For
if
the
he
record,
wants.
Ogre does not like this.
I feel like that great was a couple decibels louder than Carl wanted it to be. Great!
Nala is she not? Man. Okay. Anyway.
Dad, are you coming?
Ogre's just gonna whistle to get Muffins right next to her.
Come on. Just see me holding on to the hair, just being dragged. Just a
Okay.
thumbs up, face down in the mud.
So we're all here.
Riaris, you hear the voice in your head just go, oh, no. Nala's not here. We need to probably have Nala.
I know I'm about to try to do that, actually. So as we're all seated here, I cast message to see if she's close by.
Okay.
I'm like, Nala, are you here?
No response.
No, I think I'll say out loud at the same time, like, "Somebody heard Nala?"
She needs off. She needed some time alone. Can we get her back before I start saying things?
Also, they said message spells doesn't work here.
Oh.
Oh, that's true. Divination spells do not work here.
Okay.
That's true.
Can you guys just? I know I'm asking a lot, Fred. Can you
We'll
all
stay
just
here.
stay here for a moment?
Yes.
Okay. I fly straight up.
Give me a perception check. The DC on this is 25.
And well, that's fine. I will do that. However, my goal is not, just so you know, is not to see. My goal is to be seen. I am going to fly in an erratic pattern that looks like I'm not injured, but in distress.
Guys, is Carr drunk? Like, what is he? What is he?
Okay. Give me a.
Performance?
I'm going to ask for this. Give me a deception check first.
Okay.
DC.
14. Okay. So that's what. That's
Perfect.
what
You got it. Go ahead and give me a performance check with advantage.
Oh yeah.
25, twice, literally. I just
Jesus.
That's the bard.
Cool. Awesome.
told you.
Yeah, Carr, as you come back, God damn it, as you come back down, you see that there is I think in the distance you guys hear this like as the sound barrier is being broken, and coming down, and you see her, both her hands are like on fire as she's looking around wildly.
I walk up to her and put both of my hands in her hands, even if it burns.
Okay.
And I say, I couldn't find you. I need to get your attention. I need to talk to you. It's important.
Not okay. Not okay. That was you gave the international sign for help me.
You're going to need to help me after I tell you this.
I thought I was gonna have to blow this place up.
I appreciate that. And I give her a hug.
There's an acceptance, but not a friendly one.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Please, we're all sitting down. Can you just join us for a moment?
Yeah. And I think all of you guys group around Carr. And with that, we'll take our 10-minute break.
Okay.
See you guys in 10. Zed, dex saving throw.
25.
Great. Awesome. So there is a moment where we see, just to remind everybody that Muffins yeeted Zed. So that was happening. So as like Car, you're gathering everybody up together. There's a moment where you realize, like this moment where like, shit, where's Zed? And we smash cut to this little sort of like it's not quite a tent, so we'll call it a yurt. This kind of like extended sort of bit of cloth tied around multiple logs together that is extending out. You see that there is a small fire pit in the center that you see is kind of going out in the center of the room, and you see this large Ursa Thry that is currently like grabbing a bowl from the sort of like this like hanging sort of almost looking like kind of like a brazier, but it is essentially like a makeshift sort of stove like place. And you see her lift up this bowl and go to hand it to this younger Ursa Thry. As they are both holding on to it, there is a sudden crash as as a figure lands in not quite the middle of the yurt, but through the top part of the canopy of this this place. And Zed, you land through 25. You land on a very nice sort of like rather comfortable sort of set of cloth that has kind of been like put into a bundle that you assume is probably some sort of like sleeping arrangement.
I swear to God, Kaelinor gets muffins next time.
You see both of these figures kind of like loom over you. This one in particular looking a little bit more violent than the other.
Hi again. Meet in weird places all the time, right? At least I'm not at the tower.
You hear some snarls and some like very heavy sort of aggressive language from this figure to the other one. Zed, give me an insight check. I'll say the DC's 20. This would be pretty hard to kind of get a vibe.
Yeah, no, 11.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, you have no idea what they're talking about, but the response is also equally aggressive. As this Ursa instead just decides to get right in your face. What are you doing here?
Well, I mean, it's not by choice. One minute I was out in the bog, next minute I'm here.
Do they not have privacy where you come from?
No, everybody likes to go through my things and take all my stuff and say I can't have things that are cursed.
Then you should go back to those people. You don't belong here.
Well, I mean, we're just trying to drop off Kobamu, and I'm ready to go, because I got a place to be. Oh, by the way, that strange rock that's out there, I'm not from here, but it has the same writing as this.
She picks you up by the scruff and like raises you to her height, which so she's probably like 6'5", like right around there. But so I imagine she's at least lifting you slightly off the ground as she's just kind of like eye to eye with you. things should stay private, Naked One.
Well, I'm not naked. I'm just covered in mud. I have armor on, but I mean, okay. If that's how it is, you're really tall. Oh my god, this is kind of cool.
I'm gonna roll something. It's a nat 20. You see the other bear. She cannot help herself. She laughs a little bit at this, and you see the other bear kind of like snarl in her direction, and then just like look at you and just drop you.
Thanks. Yeah. Sorry about the yurt. I didn't mean to like come crashing in and all that.
You see this Ursa response that goes, I imagine accidents befall you many a time.
Oh, you have no idea. But yeah, this last time strong one that I asked about the rock is because remember when I told you it could be the other one? Long story short, I'm not from here, but when I say here, I mean timeline. If that's kind of
Okay. Cool. You see this one's eyes kind of go a little bit bigger. And you hear some sort of snarls that is clear to the smaller one, or I should say the younger one, to leave the room.
Oh.
And there is a snarl back, not happy about it, but definitely does it.
Oh, wait.
We're gonna pause you there. We're about to kill Zed. Car, you're up.
You're muted.
In my head, that was
Oh,
Jack
no,
looking for the volume for the unmute
I wasn't
button, so
sure.
didn't
I
get
was like, oh,
No, Car's looking around going, we need Zed too. Where's
what-
Zed? Do we see him go flying through the air?
I'm gonna say no because that's the funnier answer.
Okay.
We can re-inform him on the ship, maybe, or we can,
Okay,
wait.
or kill him. I don't know.
How are those two options?
I like option 2 sometimes. I
don't
really
feel
do.
comfortable telling you without Nala. I don't feel comfortable telling Nala without you. But you, while it may not necessarily include Horus until now, because Riara says it does, it definitely includes Zed because we dragged him here.
Nala just says in a huff, fine. I'll go around and I'll ask.
Oh no! Oh no!
I will go get him.
No, you won't.
I'll
What's
go.
up next?
I don't-
I'll go get him.
Oh, that's
we
a good
replaced
idea. No,
Forrest with Zed, so we got Zed back. And we don't have
I'm
Forrest.
standing. I looked out at Ace and go, "You're funny."
Sorry, did Claude just make a sarcastic quip? Okay, he's serious. We're
What
all
is
staying
happening?
Here.
Yeah.
We're all staying here.
Okay.
No one's moving. Claude's gonna go get Zed. Everyone stays here.
I'm gonna see if I can find Zed.
Yeah, go for it. Give me a survival check. Tell me how your CM. See if there's something else I can roll.
Survival. Let me see. God help me. There's car survival. Oh, this is a wonderful roll. Okay, let me think. Oh, 19.
Okay. I'm gonna say you see Gaia, of which eventually you guys will get her name. But you see Gaia leave a yurt in a huff, and that's a clue.
Yeah. So I will walk towards the yurt openly, not like with not with purpose, like I'm rushing there, but clearly, like that's where I'm going.
You see Gaia not change her facial expression, but look at you and just nod and pass by you.
I will nod back and continue on my way. Like I didn't want to make it seem like I was sneaking to the yurt.
Yep. Yeah. You kind of, I think you get the vibe of like she knows there's nothing she can do in regards to you. Like for some reason you're protected.
Okay. Well, I nod back to her and I will continue to the yurt.
Cool. You got it. I need Car Zed. I need Car and Zed to give initiative rolls.
Okay. Zed's gonna win this one.
You lucky son.
No, I'm not.
Oh my god! I rolled a 7. Zed.
I got a 6.
One more than you. Only one more than you.
Guys.
Okay.
Dice tell the story.
I rolled a 5 on the die.
5, 6, 7.
I'm gonna say
I should tell you a story.
because this is not this is not a combat character. I'm gonna say that the 5 would be how I would count the initiative for this. So 7, 6, 5. Car, you get in there. As you do so, go ahead and give me an insight check with advantage.
Inside. 19.
19's pretty dang good. You're very familiar with nature acting out naturally. It very much looks like this scene is quickly going to become Zed, a trapped mouse in the corner.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not entirely obvious. Like it's not a moment where I think, but I'll say you see like claws are out. I'll let you kind of like imagine it, but I would say like definitely this Ursa is taking an aggressive stance towards that.
Okay. So when I walk, I'll like, excuse me, and I do, peer in, and I'll see that, and I'll just say, "Oh, good, you found him. I need my captain back for a conversation. May I take him back?"
Oh, Car, you're just in time to tell her how you guys kidnapped me from my timeline and brought me here.
That's interesting. Can I take him back now to have a conversation with my group?
You hear her roar in your direction. Car, I don't think you've had a conversation with this person. Zed, you've definitely heard this person use common. And you get the idea this Ursa is trying to pretend like they don't understand.
Oh, I don't think she likes you, Car.
And I have, with a 4th level slot, I cast tongues and say, "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to speak in a way that you wouldn't understand. I was hoping that we could get my captain back. We have to have a group discussion. Is that all right?"
Give me a... Roll me a d20 plus charisma.
Okay. D20, it's a 10 plus charisma. I assume you mean my modifier would be plus 4, so 14.
14, cool. Yeah, with a 14, you, Zed, you're hearing the snarl. Car, you hear, you leave soon.
Is the you plural, like my group, or you me?
Yeah, I'd say probably plural.
I've got tongue. Okay.
Yep. And like Car, you're aware, like the chief, chief said you had till the next day. Like you have time, but this person seems to want you gone earlier.
Okay. I when she says that and I get that implication, I'm assuming that with my inside of 19, could I pick up that she was pretending she didn't know common?
Oh, good question. I'll roll a deception check. That's not a nat 20, so yes.
Okay. I will say, Carr says, yes, I imagine our strange tongue is probably exacerbating things when people don't understand us. We'll leave as soon as we're able. May I take Zed?
Looks at Zed. And Zed, you see an unmistakable look of a creature that, given the chance to not be seen, this creature will kill you as soon as she can. But then she kind of just gives like a little head nod towards you.
All right. Sorry about the yurt and everything. Here, here. Hopefully, I know this won't fix it, but here you go. And I place my buzz beetle on the desk for her on my way out.
Okay. Interesting.
Thank you. Thank you. And because I have the tongues up, this will not come out anyway. I just say, thank you, ma'am. And whatever that translates into, so she understands the respectful term. And so come on, Zed. We got to talk.
You see a very similar nod as what Gaia gave you, as like this like forced respect. You're untouchable right now.
I wish I could talk to her about that. Okay. Anyway, I will bring them back. And
as we go to leave.
Okay.
As we go to leave, I tell her that the other bear that lifted me, she didn't do anything wrong, and she was pretty cool. And I just walk out.
Okay. Crazy. Love it.
We need to have a chat, then. All of us. Come on.
Oh, by the way, Carr. I'm just whispering this to Carr as quietly as possible. I was like, that's the one that said the future was going to kill me.
Well, given what you're telling her, I'm not surprised. There's a certain time to say things and a certain time to not to. I think I might be breaking my own rule in a moment, but, you might want to
well, hopefully we find out what my bracer has to do with this rock that has to do with these people.
I may have some answers for you, buddy.
No.
Okay, so I bring him back. We're all sitting down.
Yep. During that time, while Carr was gone, there were several Ursa Thri that came up to you guys that seemed concerned. In varying degrees of concern to annoyance based on Nala's entrance. And you specifically see this white lion, Jesus. I keep thinking of the Leonin sort of look to him. Yes, you're right. You see Yora, whom you don't know his name, call back, say something in that language, and seems to easily direct them away from you. Or direct them back to him, away from you guys. All of this happens as Carr's gone.
I think Kaelin
Horace
does a nod at Yora, seeing them, like, just a respectful, like, I appreciate it. That's it.
Yeah. Horace, you... I think you feel the eyes linger on you a little bit longer, just like they did the first time you saw this creature. But he walks away. Okay, Carr, you come into the scene. Carr and Zed.
Hey, I found him. If we could just all sit in a circle, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, these people are pretty nice.
All right. So before I say anything else, I will say that we are definitely wearing out our welcome, and we should probably be careful because I'm barely getting through this, and they seem to like me, so I can't imagine how the rest of you are doing. So we all just need to keep it under wraps. Okay.
I mean, it's been kind of good for me. Oh, okay. Never mind. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just giving you my impression, regardless. They might really like you. I don't know.
That doesn't matter.
So
Car.
I'm also going to say this, that what I'm about to tell you is based only on what I just saw. I didn't sense any kind of lying or obfuscation. And it's going to be pretty jolting for lots of us. So we just need to let me finish my story before anything is said. Can we all do that?
You see Nala
Is it
nod.
in?
Okay. So Nala, this has a direct relation to your history.
You see her kind of like nod slowly, eyes kind of like relax down. She had an idea that that was a possibility.
So I really need you to stay to hear the whole thing. But I will state this. My feelings for you have not changed after knowing this. I want you to hear that first. All right? Did you hear me? Did you understand me?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, good. So, you know those people that we don't talk about? Okay.
Yes, I do.
At one point, there were 13 of them.
It's a lot of people.
And between 30 and 50 generations ago, within the Earth's lifespan. And as I say this, I pull tongues away. So anybody walking by has a more difficult time understanding.
Cool.
I have one more 4th level slot if I need to use it, just in case.
Nice.
I say 30 to 50 generations or so ago, as far as I can tell, those 13 came to this Ursa Thri, came to an Ursa Thri gathering. Among those 13 were some that we've seen before. The young lady that you met, Ogra. The Era Cochrane-like one that I've seen before. Others that I've not met before. And I will describe the old man with the beard. I'll describe the two that I will describe each and every one of them that I could, including the one that I could not make out, that was misty or faded or blurry or whatever. But I'll leave Nala for last. I'll follow it up with there were 3 others that were in the distance I could not make out at all. But the one that seemed to be leading the conversation at the time was Nala.
I'm sorry. I thought I heard you say Nala.
I did. Oh, by the way, Kobamba was there too. He was one of them. And in the description,
What?
In the description of all of them.
That makes sense.
So apparently, Kobamba and Nala
And
were
Sylvia.
colleagues. Oh yeah, Sylvia too.
Oh.
Oh, now that makes sense.
Ah. Well, for her. That's not good. Who told you this?
Well, no one really told me. It was a vision I saw.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Vision. Yeah. And no one can do anything with a vision. A vision can't be doctored by any sort of magic source. So yeah. Okay.
Sitting next to me.
Yeah.
I will put my hand over her hand, and I don't care if it hurts me. And I say, Nala, for right now, please just let me tell my story. As hard as it is to hear. Please.
She sits back down.
Okay. I said, I did start this with, I don't believe this was any sort of lie or obfuscation when I saw it. I do think it may have come from several combined perspectives, which may make it not completely true, but also lended some credence is that from my understanding of how it was working, the spirits had shared it. We're all sharing it simultaneously from different perspectives. If that makes sense. Granted, in death, people's visions change and alter, but I saw what I saw. And for now, that's what we have to work with. It's a version of the information that we have to work with, and it's more knowledge we have to work. It may not be the truth. It's a truth.
Who is this? Points to Horus.
Well, he is somebody that I'm very intrigued with for lots of reasons, not the least of which he's not telling us the complete truth. I don't even look at him when he says that. When I say that. When Carr says that, he's not even looking at him. I said, but Riaris has reason to believe that he belongs with us, and I trust Riaris.
You trust Riaris.
Yes.
Should he not trust me?
I don't know. There's no reason why I could think specifically not to, but I do find it odd. You see her start to take a step towards you. I do find it odd that everybody else, including you, seems to be okay with having this information brought about to a stranger.
Ogra doesn't.
Okay, this is now not the time for party fracturing, especially when we're in a place where our welcome is a little strange.
Yeah, you would know that, Kaelinor, because you would have to try to figure
Nala.
out. It's hard to take sides, right?
Nala, I can speak
Okay,
for
you wanna
anybody
pull
else. I
punches?
support you and understand your frustration, but this is not
Whoa,
how we
whoa,
need to
whoa, whoa.
react here, Nala, okay?
Hey, now it's a cheap shot. Take all the shots you want at me, but at least listen to what Carr has to say. There's more information we don't know yet. And where's this man gonna go? The only ship near here is ours. He's gonna come with us. He's gonna be on our ship. We can interrogate him all we want on there.
Fine.
Interrogate.
Also, Nala kind of like the thing Kaelinor had on the ship that brought Carr here. It reacted to you, and it's old, like what? And she keeps looking at Horus. What we are looking for, and they're old, and you're old, not in a bad way, but old. And maybe this would explain it.
Nala cuts you off and just says, "So I think it's fair to say that if we're all airing out versions of our dirty laundry of some sort of past that must happen, then this figure must know your past, right, Kaelinor?
You wanna go there?
You'd be comfortable with that, right?"
So, Caleb,
I
I beg you not to answer that. Nala. We have discussed amongst the party that you do not have any recollection of before you were reborn, correct?
Correct.
Can I insight check
No.
her?
Yeah.
I am going to insight check her.
Okay.
That's a 23.
13.
Got it. Horace, you think she's telling the truth?
I'm just waiting for you to be done with it, Joe. Just so you know. Seems like you're typing.
We'll say the scene keeps going. It would take a few seconds to be able to kind of understand this.
Yeah, but you were. It seems like you were typing, so I was waiting for you to be done typing.
I'm good.
Okay. So I said, given that, as far as I'm concerned, what I'm about to tell you is not you. When I die, and I will, I don't come back. But my spirit remembers all that I've learned, and I teach the next generation of Ashway. From what you've described to me, you're the only Firewing that I know of. If and when you die, you're reborn without memories. And whatever you experience after that shapes you. You are not the person who you were. I am not airing out Nala's dirty laundry. I'm telling a chapter of a book that was ripped out. I'm just putting it back. So I know you have an emotional connection to the story I'm going to tell, as well you should. But as I said, my feelings for you haven't changed after hearing what I'm about to hear, or about to tell you. I would like you to remember that. Please.
She looks at Kaelinor. Sorry.
It's all right. We good?
Yeah.
Good.
She still sits as far away from Horus as possible.
There.
Before you continue, Car, if it makes, I am the one vouching for Horus. I understand. People might not understand. I will leave if we don't want him here. I totally understand and get it. It's probably a good idea. He can't go by himself, so I will go with him. Just so you guys will tell me the story after. That makes everybody more comfortable.
No point in having half a secret.
It's a lot of points to half a secret if that matters, and it's totally fine.
It's fine.
All right. So Carr continues. During this meeting, it seemed to me as though it may have been the first meeting between those 13 people and the Ursa Threat, as far as I could tell. Conversations were attempted and had. Members of the 13 were having differing reactions to the seeming lack of understanding the Ursa Thry were showing. By the way, this was a vision. I could not hear things. So that's why I'm being very vague, as what I saw was visual only. And only over to Nala, like, it's really hard to lip read Eric Cochran. I'll come back.
Even in that moment, there's a moment of like 100%.
Yeah. At one point, there seemed to be some dissension among the 13. And so, Joe, I'm not trying to hide anything. Mm-hmm. So okay. I did not write this all down word for word. So if I say something wrong, I'm making a mistake, and please correct me. I am trying to tell the truth.
Cool.
Okay. So, I said, at one point, there seemed to be frustration among the 13, and Nala's eyes flashed. And I am purposely using Nala as a third person, not as a your eyes flashed. Nala's eyes flashed, trying to keep it separate from her because she doesn't remember this. As far as Carr believes and trusts, Nala's eyes flashed, and that flash altered the Ursa's eyes so they no longer understood how they were speaking to each other. This clearly caused some discontent among the Ursa Fry. I have suspicions they may have led to the tribalism we're seeing now, but I'm not sure.
Zed, what I messaged you is even clearer in this moment. As you see Nala just kind of like, her eyes just kind of close knowingly.
Oh yeah. Zed, anybody can look at him. He's straight staring at Nala and at Carr. Nobody else. He ignores everything else.
Okay. Carr is just telling the story that he saw. He doesn't, he's just. Now, forgive me if I'm wrong. Someone knocked Nala out, and Kobamu. Joe, what was the?
No, Kobamu
back.
got. Yeah. Yes, they all kind of came back, and then Kobamu started kind of getting physical,
With
and I'd say with Nala and a couple of the other sort of figures in the group. Like this was not something that he agreed to at all.
Okay.
And then he was pushed out
By
of the
the
group
Loxodon.
by the Loxodon.
Okay, and I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do not know the name Loxodon. Carr does not know that.
That's a good question. No.
Okay, so I will not use that term. Thank you. So, Kobamu seemed to be unhappy with the situation, as were some others, although others seemed to, I don't know about being in favor of it, but at least we're not as upset as the other some of the other 13 began to become physical with Nala and a couple of the others. The elephant-headed creature with the bow pushed Kobamu out of the way. Oh wait, Kobamu's eyes flashed too on Nala. That's what did it, right? Kobamu's eyes flashed on Nala.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, so back up because he was a.
Sorry, no.
The Loxodons then? Whose eyes flashed on Nala? Somebody's eyes flashed on Nala or Kobamu.
Vaxus flashed Kobamu, or Vexus.
Yes.
Or whatever.
Okay, so Vaxus. So, thank you. I knew somebody flashed somebody.
Varix.
Varix.
So the Loxodon pushed Kobamu away, and at that point, the dark feathered bird person, I'm trying to not use any names that I've heard, flashed on Kobamu, and he went unconscious. And then they all left the area, and when they went to the stone that we were all standing around, you were standing around when I returned, they touched it and vanished. All of this has something to do with the moon, because the one that Ogre met showed a very clear image of that moon to the Ursa Thry before Nala got frustrated with the communication or the lack of understanding. I do not have a lot more than that. It's a piece of the puzzle, but it does not complete the puzzle. I also don't know how Nala died so that you would be reborn, Nala. I don't have that answer. I don't understand if that was the beginning of Kobamu's immortality, since those other 11 to 12 people were bringing him back somehow with the bird guy. So bad to say that as a bird guy, but with the bird guy, and I don't know if they're replacing their members, but at the time there were 13 of them. But they've clearly lost Sylvia. They've separated themselves from Kobamu. And from what I've seen with Nala, they seem to have lost their Nala, because our Nala doesn't seem to have the connection. So they're down to 10 or 11, it seems, unless they replace them. So that's what I know. And honestly, guys, please, above board, if there's anything I left out of it, with the exception
you got
of one thing, I did tell you. I'm just trying to role play through it rather than just say, I tell you everything.
Yeah.
So,
Horace, roll me a history check.
$16.
Hearing this whole story is, fueling absolutely the adventurous sort of spirit of Horace, 100%. But I will say that there's a certain part of that story that your ears definitely kind of prick up a little bit, in the terms of saying, this Nala. You feel like that's something that is that's a very weird statement to say, unless you're not the, I would say, like, you have some suspicion that these people have an idea of something that you've had suspicion of for a while.
Have I heard, Zed hasn't mentioned the other Zed around me, has he?
I don't think he has.
Okay.
Oh, also Horace,
doesn't think. Oh,
assuming that Eshin is described.
I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, Car, do you describe Eshin?
I do, in as much as probably just light. So I would probably only lightly describe the barracks and Eshin. I wouldn't describe Sylvia at all. I'm clearly not going to describe Nala because she's sitting with us. I did mention though she looked different, like younger. She looked younger.
Okay.
I probably lightly describe them only to spark, because what I'm trying to do is not bring them here, and I don't know what caused that.
Yep.
So I probably lightly describe them only so that like Ogra and the rest of the Wreckless know who I'm talking about. I don't give a detailed description, but like I'll describe them lightly so that Ogra knew. I'll describe the not Aarakocra black thing.
Yep. So Horace,
or not Ashwing. So I describe them lightly so people know who I'm talking about. I'm not trying to give the detailed description of Horace, if that makes sense.
Right. I would say, Horace, that is enough to kind of go on of being all but knowing.
Yeah, I'm not
because
purposely hiding it. I'm just
if the intention is to not have them be summoned here, but everything below that, then yes, Horace, you definitely feel like, I mean, that memory is very burned in your brain from just an hour ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Horace is probably just thinking that these people might have a lot more to do with his situation than he originally suspected, and that trying to run away might leave a lot on the table, what he could have discovered about himself and the world.
Do you do anything in this information in realizing now?
Not yet.
Okay.
Ogre doesn't think Kobamu is like not in the loop, because when we met the scary, not bird guy, Car and Ogre, didn't he say that Kobamu has a bigger plan to play or something like that? When we saw him in the, like, not afterlife?
He did suggest something like that. I don't know what it meant, but that's why I think maybe he's still part of it, but I don't know. I mean, Sylvie's been gone for a really long time, and like I said, Nala doesn't seem to be that Nala. So I don't know.
Kaelin, are you jumping here?
Sylvia, I think I kind of heard Sylvia.
What?
when I was at the
What?
Where?
calm down. In a brief moment, I pull out the journal that I was writing on. I was writing because these glyphs on the rock remind me of the ones that we saw in Sway, and I show the party. And this word, I pointed out, means moon, so I decided to transcribe the entire thing. However, I may or may have not have decided to accidentally transcribe the symbol of those people. And Sylvia, I felt it was like a cold breeze on the back of my neck. And I was like, okay, maybe it's Zed playing a trick on me. And so I decided to trace it in the mud. And I heard her voice kind of call from the ether, tell me not to do it, and I stopped. It was kind of slowed and then sped up, but it was definitely her.
Where's the rock?
In the middle of the
Let's
march.
talk about this for a moment now.
Before we go running off, Nala, please, because I've got it all written here.
I rolled a 7. She's going.
I follow her.
Can I grapple her? Oh, I
follow her.
No.
I'll say, honestly, anybody who wants to do so, everybody roll initiative. This is big. Oh, guys.
Oh god, that's poor.
I got a
10.
nat. I got a nat 1 for 5.
The
12.
second you look away is when she's moving.
7.
18.
12.
10.
Horace, while he's thinking, what's your dex?
+1.
Okay, you go before me. Because we both rolled 10.
So the highest is 18?
Yep.
Okay. Horace, Zed, I need the U4 here to so besides Horace and Zed, I need all 4 of you to roll a d20. You want high.
Don't say that. We're now not going to roll high, are we?
Right? You should.
Yeah, Horace, this is where we get to sit back and say it's not our fault.
Hopefully 17 is high enough, but I rolled a 17.
Hey, how do you do?
Okay.
15, which
15?
is pretty high.
18.
18?
Are these guys always this crazy? You seem to be
Ogre.
the only normal one out of all of them.
Oh. Internet's cutting out. Oh, what was this roll? Just a roll?
D20.
16.
So Riaris, you're the lowest of 15?
Oh, no, that was me.
That was Kayla.
Kaenor's the lowest of 15. I hate to do this to you now because you were the first one to actually mention doing something, but I will say you're not close enough.
It's there.
Nala has a +3 to initiative, which means that she has a 19. So she's going first. Ogra, Kar, and Riaris are the only ones that have reactions. She is leaving your space. Oh, wait a minute. Shit. I gotta play this by the book.
Oh, yeah, Horace, Zed just ignored what you said because he is just blank stared in Nala.
I'm gonna roll a d20, 11 or higher. She uses Step of the Wind, and no one gets a reaction.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to ask to do something if that happens.
Okay,
Monk doing monk stuff.
it's a 5. So instead, she's using that bonus action to dash. Okay, so
Can I...
yeah, all 3 of you guys are able to do Something in reaction.
Does it have to be a reaction?
It has to be a reaction.
Damn.
So, like, tripping is not a reaction. It has to be reaction mechanically.
Well, I mean, the action mechanically here is you can do an opportunity attack, which you could use to try to grapple.
Ogle will try that.
Okay. You got it. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
I gotta put it down. Athletics. That is a 17.
22. Riaris.
There is not a whole lot else I can do but try to do the same thing. Try to
You
grapple
got
her.
it. I'm going to re-roll it, yeah.
I'm sorry, you said athletics?
Yeah, so athletics versus acrobatics.
That is a natural 20 for a 28.
Okay. So for acrobatics, she has a... For a 28?
Yeah. Yep.
She can't beat it. She literally can't. She has a +6 in acrobatics. She couldn't beat it. Or Yaris, you dive.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't want to say I grab her leg, her talon, but I think that's probably about as far as I can get. As I kind of jump across, leap across.
She just slams to the ground. She's very light, so yeah.
Yeah. And oh man, do I want to? I think, and I'll say to her as she comes down, and I'll say to her, Nala, don't leave your family behind. Let's do this together.
Yeah.
I will also note, I think I would have dropped the rope in my movements. Just for whatever that's worth.
Okay. All right. Riaris, roll me a persuasion check. The DC is fuck me. The DC is
I don't think I can get that high, Joe. I'll try. But
her charisma's -1. Thank God. That's a DC's an 18.
Cool. So natural 20 or bust.
I rolled another 19.
D20. The dice giveth, the dice taketh. That is a natural 1.
Okay. She's gonna bonus action Misty Step. So I'm gonna say for this, because she's using her bonus action to 30 feet. Okay. Try to make this as plausible as possible. Okay. So okay. So I rolled the rock is 165 feet away. So she is Misty Stepping, which is bonus action. So that's 30 feet that she is able to get out of your grapple to do that. Finish her movement, and then action dash, which is 80 plus 30. So 120, right? So she's 120 feet away at the end of her turn.
Can I go?
Whoever's next in initiative. I'm sorry.
I don't know where we are.
I rolled so high, and then my brain broke when you guys were telling me your initiative.
I think you're up next, Jeff.
Okay, so can I do something besides a reaction since it's now just my regular action?
Now it's your turn. Yeah, you're
Okay.
good.
Car sighs, and under his breath goes, "Didn't have time." I mean, we didn't, or not her. We didn't have to grab her. And Car stands up and takes a step forward. And he becomes like a ghost and vanishes and appears walking out of the stone using Dimension Door and just stands in front of Nolan. And then becomes not solid, becomes completely solid again and just says, "Please, Nolan, don't." And he's standing, like she'll have to go through him to get to he's like back to the stone. So if she does try to reach the stone and grab it, he's going with her. He's not going to physically stop her. But if she grabs the stone and she goes somewhere, he's going to.
I need to know.
I want to know as well, but can we do it together? I didn't tell you this so you'd leave me.
Car, give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Or I'll take the 19.
I swear to God, I rolled an 18.
So it's almost not that I got it.
which minus 1 to charisma would be 17, but still,
But
like,
still, and you can see
Yeah.
my rolls because they're all in D&D Beyond. Like
Yeah.
I'm not fibbing.
I think the rest, the initiative sort of part is over. The rest of you guys can catch up if you want to. And she is just crying.
I'll hold her.
I wouldn't have done that.
You didn't.
Promise to not leave without you.
I didn't hear what you said, Joe.
She says, I promise to not leave without you. When we're ready.
Car nods and says, just squeeze her hand and says, I'll take what I can get.
All right. Is it just Horace and I back where we were sitting?
It's up to you. Yeah, who
That's
ran
up
out?
to 3.
Yeah.
Kay is still there.
Okay.
I think Kay sees the rope go slack and just picks it up. Just goes, half a jump. And just ropes and just looks at Horace like,
Okay.
sorry.
So for clarification, Kaelinor, Zed, and Horace are still back at that space, and everybody else is here.
Yeah.
Sure.
I would say Riaris. I mean, it's up to you. It's your call.
I don't think Riaris would have gone. I think seeing her and Scar go off, I think he would have spit the grass out of his mouth and gone to go get her.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are here.
Ogre wouldn't, if Car was saying you shouldn't have tried to tackle her, then Ogre would get off, like, after eating a mouthful of mud, tripping, I'm guessing. She would also go back to the group.
Okay. All right. So you guys are all here. You do not hear this conversation from Car and Nala. But yeah, Zed.
I ignore everybody still staring at Nala and Carr, and I tell Horace, you get me to those people Carr spoke of, and you have your freedom.
Said, what the fuck?
I cast Vortex Warp at 4th level to send him 150 feet towards the rock.
Okay. Cool.
Ogre's gonna punch Horace.
Do I have
Hell
a
yeah.
reaction?
Yeah, you guys are close to the... Yeah. Nala is close to the stone.
Is it both of us that got transported?
It's just
No, it's just you. Vortex Orb's just you.
Just me.
Yeah.
So you still have to get by Nala and Carr, but it is your turn.
I'm gonna do whatever I can to get Nala, while I'm holding her, to touch that rock. Whether it is me touching the rock and holding Nala, even if Carr's touching her.
Car's gonna kill you.
Okay.
I think we're all
That's
gonna.
not my concern. We're all gonna die. Cool.
And if it works, what Zed's gonna do, even if he touches the rock and then touches Nala, he's gonna say, we got an old friend of mine to visit.
Zed. Give me a stealth check. Carr, give me a perception check.
That's 24.
19. I can't beat him. I'm on a 24 no matter what I roll. I only have +2 on perception.
Okay. Zed, give me a sleight of hand check. You have advantage.
Uh, 17 for both rolls.
17 total?
Yep.
Okay. So to clarify, you are trying to touch the rock and grab Nala's hand.
Yep.
Okay. DC 17?
Yep.
Okay. Zed, you reach out, touch the rock. You can feel that cold sort of energy feeling like it is pulsing out from you. You reach out, stretch yourself, trying to reach towards Nala. As Nala would have walked towards Carr in this moment. We see Zed's hand stretching, reaching, trying to be stealthy and quiet as much as possible as Nala and Carr in their embrace, reaching just out to those talons. And with that, we're going to end tonight's session. See you all next week.
Car's gonna kill you.